Hello again, everybody. This is your GM/overseer, Azim447, or yes, Dan. I am joined today by the wonderful players. Let's see here. Let's start with JacobTheMadMayor playing Thomas Diego. Say hi, Jacob, or Thomas.
Hello.
Next up is Taylorobey as MPR07.
NPR reporting for duty.
And last but certainly not least is SilentProtagonist as Axel Cooper.
I mean, I was gonna cut the part where I said your name out of the video, but you know, oh,
Well, too late.
Also, hi.
Just be glad he's not a lieutenant.
Oh, Lieutenant Dan.
Oh God.
Reporting to duty, Lieutenant Dan. What happened to your lieutenant?
He tried to cosplay as Legolas.
Oh,
That's
boy.
dark.
Lieutenant Dan, you ain't got no legs.
Jenny,
What about the other one?
Jenny, Lieutenant Dan doesn't have any legs, Jenny.
So, do you want to explain the mechanics that we are going to be using for infiltrating or entering into Area 51?
I just realized I had NPR voice still on when I was doing the Forrest Gump voice.
Yeah, it got a little confusing there for a second. I knew what you were going for, but it didn't work. Anyways, yes, the party has re-arrived at their old home, Area 51, which
I definitely did not live here.
You did for a little while. While you were serving on duty in the army.
No.
I'm more
I was
stationed than living,
stationed here. Yes, NPR lived here. NPR did not have a home.
I mean, if you want to be technical about it, NPR probably isn't alive.
In this world, it might be somewhat debatable.
Also depends on how much the
Future
data saving mechanisms corrupted his programming.
future
Yes.
plot point. There's NPR's actually just has a human personality implanted into him. Oh, sorry,
Well,
I didn't mean to spoil your plot.
Gosh, dang it, the Institute was even back then? No, the Institute didn't exist back then. Ah, well, whatever.
I don't know what the fuck the Institute is.
They would be
got
the people
to
doing
look up
said implanting.
Something of Fallout.
I know nothing about Fallout.
How do you YouTube and not know anything about Fallout?
Because I don't play Fallout. I've tried to get into it at one point. I bought all the Fallout games. They were supposed to be on sale, and I didn't get the discount. And then I played the one game, one that was people were like, "Oh, this is so great," and I didn't like it, so I just returned them all.
You are a disappointment to gamers everywhere. Anyways, getting us a little bit back on track for the next 5 minutes.
Yeah, that's not gonna last long.
Yeah, I know. That's part of the fun of these games, though, honestly. You guys basically have a fairly decent enough view of the base before... and I need to stop saying ums and uhs all the time. Before entering the facility, you are able to get a good view of what's going on inside. Some of the stuff you guys have seen are what you have already been familiarized with to an extent based on your last experience of clearing out the truck stop.
Mm-hmm.
You guys do see a bunch of ghouls all over the place, all over Area 51. On top of that, you also see the signs of some very large, giant, horse-almost-sized scorpions. And every once in a while, you get a peek, of creatures that you have not seen yet, though, Thomas, you would be familiar with them. They are almost lizard-like in appearance, and I'm actually going to grow this guy to size so that everybody can kind of see him.
I was looking at the right guy. Yay!
They're almost lizard-like in appearance, although covered in pockmarks because of Roll20. Thank you very much for that.
I don't know what that is.
With ram horns, very long claws, and strange protrusions covering its back. They walk in a bipedal fashion, though slumped over to an extreme degree, actually, almost looking as if they could be walking on all fours at times. Thomas, you do know what these are. You're familiar enough with the wasteland.
These are a bad time. That's what they are.
Oh, yeah, I mean, like, I literally don't know what they are.
Yes,
that's a death claw. You and I, in character, would not know what these are, but I know what these are out of character.
I don't know what they are out of character.
I am
the whole gamut of knowledge.
I am leaving that for Diego to describe those to you guys, as that is part of the fun. Beyond that, you guys are also aware of what your objective is, which is the barracks right down towards, closer to the bottom right-hand corner of the base. You guys do have entry points at all the locations marked A, then a number, so A1, 2, 3, 4, so on. These are locations that, while kind of scouting around the base, you found holes in the gates, barbed wire, or other blockades that you would be able to make it through, even with your truck if you possibly so desired. Though doing so would probably call a lot more attention to you than just trying to maybe sneak around inside this facility.
Oh, sneaky. I'll see you guys next time we play then.
My next question would be, as we're surveying the base, what does the damage look like to, like, the actual, like, structures?
Overall, definitely signs of the battle, though there is also more exaggerated damage in the essence of more than 200 years passing by. A lot of the buildings do show signs of actual, like, erosion even. Despite being a military complex, there are signs of some buildings giving out just due to wear and tear from how long it has been and the elements that they have been through as well.
Okay,
And
so
it
doesn't look like. Sorry,
It's not a-
sorry,
it-
Taylor.
yeah.
But it doesn't look like things got repaired after the battle where we launched.
It would be a little bit difficult to tell if there was any repairing done to the facility after the battle because of elements and so on. There is definitely signs of some buildings having collapsed to a certain extent, not all the way, but that damage definitely not being due to battle. Would certainly seem to be more so just due to time erosion and elements.
Could I try to make a... I'm assuming there's, like, over here and whatnot, like, when we're surveying around, there's, like, some type of hill or something that I can, like, look in the area where we actually moved through?
There would be some hills around you, though they would be a little bit further away, hard to get a good detailing of the facility from those hills.
Alright, so I wouldn't be able to, like, try and see, like, if there's still, like, the damage that we encountered in, like, this area.
Again, because I can't do a lot of the detailing from the mapping system I was using that I'd like to, yes. The damage, there are plenty of places where these roads would technically be seemingly blocked off almost, but again, due to erosion, this is nowhere near as severe as the wreckage you guys had experienced during the Battle of Area 51.
Yeah, no, it was more just, like, figuring if something happened after we took off and, like, the base was lost, like we
okay,
might be
okay.
able to gather like some information, especially
Not from outside, no. That would require you to get rubbing noses with the facility itself, basically.
yeah, no, that's fine. Um, what I was trying to say was like, if like the base had fallen at the battle, and whatnot, you know, there might still be like those power armors and whatnot that we encountered. Probably not in functional repair. That would be ridiculous. 200 years later, but we now have Mr. Works for the whatchamacallit peoples.
The
Uh,
Enclave.
yeah, them. works works with them in with us, and he might be able to identify if those were in fact Enclave attacking us.
You would have to, once entering the facility, do what in this case would be a survival and perception or intelligence check to find out that kind of information. But again, that will require you to enter the base itself and dedicate time to looking around to find those clues. From looking outside,
Well,
not
uh,
possible.
if we get inside, like we did encounter and take out some of them, would we just be able to navigate to where we know they would have been?
Yes, I would be able to point you guys. It has only been, technically speaking, 2 or 3 days for you guys at this point, since you left Area 51. So your memory of this facility is actually still pretty fresh. In fact, seeing the facility in the state that it is even more of a surprise to you guys. Being, again, when you last left here, it was one of the pinnacles of military engineering almost.
Mm-hmm.
So there is that kind of sorrowful feeling almost of this used to be where all of our friends were, and it just drives home to, well, at least to Axel, you yourself, how long it's actually been, not necessarily for you, but for the world, and how possibly alone you are in this world at this moment, being one of the last surviving human members of the United States Army.
Okay.
I was going to ask, firstly, I'm pretty sure this is going to be, we have to get closer, but as a robot with special robot sensors and hacking ability, I wanted to see if any of the stuff we run into is something that we can circumvent or that might have systems still working that we can get information from. Just heads up on that. But I have a recon suite. So I'm just wondering if there's anything that I might spot that other people don't, or if everything is, at least to my enhanced robotic vision, similar to what, or the same as what they're seeing.
Hang on just a moment there. I've got to look up.
What that does.
Yeah, what exactly that
it makes
one
it
does.
easier to detect hidden things, and it makes it harder to hide from me.
Do.
It would probably be something like infrared or ultraviolet or something like that. Just basic recon sensors. I can't like look through the walls, but like I can. I have a slightly better suite of senses than a human would, and therefore have an easier time detecting.
Okay, so again, not from your current location. There is the
Okay.
possibility that once you get further in, anything that is possibly covered up by desert sands or facilities that seem completely blocked off, your sensors would be able to pierce some of the debris and be able to detect a viable entrance that only requires yeah, something to be moved out of the way that to normalize like Thomas and Axel would seem impassable.
Here's a question
Okay.
for you, Taylor. Do you have a
Mhm.
sensor array?
I do not have a sensor array. I have recon sensors. They are different. A sensor array would give me better broad spectrum capabilities. Recon sensors just make me better at noticing things in general.
Yeah, no,
And
I'm on
a
the
little
I'm
bit.
on the I have the robot mods pulled up. I was asking if you had a sensor array to detect if there's radiation here.
Oh yeah, no, I do not have that yet. That'd be something I'd have to upgrade my recon sensors to add.
Okay.
Although I believe both Thomas and Axel do have Pip-Boys, and those do have built-in Geiger counters.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
What are the readings on those?
Again, a little bit difficult from the distance you guys are currently at.
Well, I mean,
You
like as we've been getting closer, have they been going up?
There's a few times where it bounces up and down a little bit, still within safe zones. Enough to make you guys perhaps a little bit wary of your general surroundings.
Okay.
And
Probably more for Thomas than for Axel, because there's probably shit in the wasteland that can only live in areas with high radiation, and Axel doesn't know that.
And what about you,
it's not
Thomas?
that they only can live in things with high radiation. It's that they emit radiation themselves.
Axel also doesn't know that.
And what about you, Thomas? Any questions on your end?
Not really. I'm ready to roll.
All right. Do you guys have an entry point in mind?
Somewhere that's either A1, A2, A3, A4, or A5.
I would
Yeah,
probably say A4 would be the most likely to drive up into.
Do we
However,
I
want
would
do we want to
argue
that we
drive
want to.
in? I'd say we go in on foot.
That's what I was about to say. If we're going in on foot, then I would probably say
A2.
probably A1, A2, or A5.
A2 would be
I
the
do have,
closest to our destination.
A question regarding the I think those are ghouls.
Yes. Most
Okay.
of the objects in here are ghouls.
Do we notice anything unusual about the big clump of them that are just sitting together?
Very organized. You guys would be able to see that. Surprisingly more organized than any of the other ghouls you have caught glimpses of.
You mean just the ghouls that we fought at the...
Well, the ghouls that are in the facility also, most of them are kind of just shambling around in random directions for the most part. Same thing with the scorpions. The other giant lizard-like things.
So we can see them.
You are aware of their locations, yes. You guys have... I'm kind of giving you guys the benefit of the doubt, assuming that you're going to try to...
No, you're giving us the benefit of the scout.
Yes, exactly.
God damn it, Taylor.
To take in the environment before charging headfirst into a situation you know nothing about.
But yeah, NPR will at some point during this recon, noticing this, turn. Diego, you know why those ones are more organized than the others?
Not really, no.
A little hard to see. Diego,
Do ghouls
give
normally
me a...
Do ghouls normally organize themselves like that?
It kind of depends. I mean, feral ones, not really, no. But if these ghouls are still got their minds about them, it's possible that they are probably using the base as a home. You know, my problem, however...
Would we be able to communicate with them?
It's possible, but again, it's one of those situations of have your gun arm ready, because they start charging. Better to have yourself ready, or not. Better to be ready to fire than to be caught with your neck missing a chunk. I'm a little more worried, however, about that death claw down there near the hangar.
What's a death claw?
You ever see a Godzilla flick?
Safe to
Uh,
assume there has been Godzilla flicks.
I
No.
mean, it wasn't
Yep.
really my wheelhouse, so to speak, but I'm
Well,
familiar with them.
well, death claws are really huge lizards. Lizards that are hard to take down. Just as hard to take you down. And 9 times out of 10, anybody just wandering the wastes runs into one. They're dead in a minute.
So we want to avoid that then.
100%. I've heard some tall tales about like intelligent ones before, but I never really put any stock into stories like that. If we got ghouls down there along with a death claw, though, it's safe to assume that they're not exactly organized for the sake of living together.
Or for their own survival.
They're probably trying to survive together, yeah, but it's weird, honestly. I would sooner shoot at a deathclaw than to find out if it's actually intelligent. Let's put it that way.
All right. It's a brief.
Given
break
our
there.
situation and the possibility of some of the ghouls being intelligent, would it be best to try and communicate with them?
I mean, I feel like if we can communicate with them, it might be better to at least try before we just open fire.
Diego, along with this notion of there possibly being intelligent
Death claws.
ghouls in this area, give
Mhm.
me a let's go with survival and perception. Or is there a better option here? Not really. So we'll go with survival and perception. There is something that you did notice about this group of seemingly organized ghouls. Let's see here. Difficulty. Yep. Nope. That's perfectly acceptable.
Nice.
All right. Yeah, I was gonna say difficulty 2. You do notice to pick up, but as you kind of stare, trying to get a better idea of how sentient these ghouls might be, you do notice that the pack of ghouls on the airfield itself are being led by a much brighter, seemingly almost glowing ghoul. Which is what this guy over here is.
I have a question.
Are they in formation?
They are not in as clean a formation as it seems here. That is just the best that I could do. There is a bit more of a staggeredness to them, and while watching, you do see the horde here. I'm just going to use this guy as a bit of an example. Suddenly jump upon another scorpion, and although it's a bit of a touch and go fight, the ghouls do eventually rip the scorpion limb from limb, with the green glowing one over here, certainly seeming to have had some sort of control over these other ghouls to an extent, though the attack patterns are very random. There's no signs of these ghouls using any even makeshift weapons or anything. I'm gonna use this other scorpion to put him back over to where that scorpion was.
I have a question as well, and if I need to make a check, let me know. When we're scouting around, does it look like any of the ghouls in the base are wearing any kind of remnants of military fatigues or anything?
Yeah, we'll go ahead and give that a survival and perception again. That's a bit more detailed, so I'm going to make that a difficulty 3 in this case. Again, with how far you guys are.
Okay. Survival perception. It's an action point to add a dice?
Yes. 1 for one, and then 2 for the next.
Okay, so...
One for your first,
I'll
two
add
for-
1 dice.
2 successes. You could use a luck point if you desire to try to re-roll that. Actually, what is...
I think I'm going to.
Yeah.
No,
Oh yeah, we
yeah.
refreshed everything. Right.
Nope.
It's too difficult to tell. You're just too far away, and the way these things are shambling in and out of debris, buildings, cover, how far they are from you. It's just outside. Every once in a while, you think you see something familiar, just can't quite get a good enough view of it.
Okay.
So,
All right, you guys see that one over down in the clearing near the hangars, the one that's glowing a little green.
Kinda, yeah.
Those we call glowing ones. They tend to have a little. They radiate like crazy with their radiation, and well, those are obvious. They're the ones that tend to be kind of like the hardest to kill between all the ghouls and the sort. But did you see how those guys kind of set upon the rad roach like that? That's so strange. I've never seen ghouls organize an attack like that, and I hate to say it, they were still so feral about it. They weren't using any weapons or anything, and that glowing one was just hanging back like he was a commander or something.
Is it possible that there's some way they are communicating and being controlled?
Possible. I'll be honest. I don't think I want to really tussle with any of them, but we may have to try and just sneak our way in.
Well, I feel like from what we've seen, our best point of entry would probably be over by the vehicle bays on the southeast portion of the base. It'd be closest to our destination, or at least our initial destination of getting to the barracks. But that seems like it would be probably the safest point of entry. At least we haven't seen a whole lot over there.
Yeah.
all right, so you guys are going to go ahead and use A2 as your entry point?
Yeah, I think
I would
that's good.
I would also like to point out that I was not built for stealth operations.
Yeah, I'm not exactly good at stealth either. You're probably the best out of all of us in that one.
I think that perhaps I should hang a little behind, and that way, if I am found out, you will not be.
I mean, if you want me to, I can try to go in little advance.
We could definitely try that, and I could try covering you with the hunting rifle.
All right.
Do I have extra character sheets? Yes, I have extra character sheets.
Yes, there is high likelihood we will die with this many.
All right, so
Once
the
again, not really sure NPR is alive.
NPR will be deactivated.
No disassemble.
and your name is now Johnny 5.
Oh, God.
I don't care.
Oh boy.
All right, well,
All right. This is going to work a little bit differently for everybody. Everybody go ahead and throw down your tokens at or around A2.
Put mine up a little bit. Make sure that it's obvious that I'm not actually here.
Yeah, I think it would having Axel take probably 150 foot lead.
Well, you'll notice that the distances on this map are very different than normal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I'm just saying in general. I think we're having Axel probably 100 to 150 feet ahead of.
So the way that this is going to work is, in essence, everybody gets to choose kind of what they want to do. If you're going to be trying to sneak around, you'll need to roll for your sneak and agility. If you're hanging back, you can basically just choose no action. If you're doing any kind of supporting, covering fire, straight up small guns, and what is it? Agility again? Or is that perception? I forget which right now.
I believe it's agility with small guns by default.
Yes, I believe it's agility with small guns. Yes.
Mine would probably be energy weapons, though.
Which would be with perception. In essence, though, what you're going to be doing is enemies that are closest to you. This is your progression point, in essence. So the first ghoul here is your first challenge. As far as how do you guys want to deal with removing this as a threat? In essence, if Axel, you decide that you want to try to either sneak past it, or just use your sneak skill possibly to try to remove him as a threat entirely.
Well, I can see him on the road, right?
Yes.
And I mean, I'm familiar with the base layout, so why don't we just go in a different direction?
He can see you guys for the most part as well. So if you wanted to do this move here of just moving down, you would have to roll for a sneak, all three of you, if you didn't want to combat this guy.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'm currently there hanging back, so I will.
All right, roll me a sneak, difficulty of 2 in this case. The difficulties are kind of preset based on...
0!
He woke up today and he chose violence.
Alrighty.
I assume I don't make it that far.
No, and also the way that this is going to be working is this isn't just one ghoul, technically. This is more or less like maybe 2 to 3 ghouls, almost its own separate pack, that is covering, in essence, this whole area here. All right? Kind of a bit of a random diameter to it, but when you fail a check like that, where you don't get a single success or you do not succeed the test itself, the ghouls attack you. And you will receive, upon failure, 1 point of damage. Although in this case here, because you are trying to avoid, you will not take a point of damage, but instead are automatically in combat now. And I'm going to move the ghouls a little bit closer to kind of illustrate this. You do get another action. However, this action will also decide if you will be taking a single point of damage or not. That being said, we'll also move to the next round for Thomas and MPR07. Axel has taken his action, if you will. It is your guys' turn.
Okay, so do we see him being spotted and attacked by this one group of ghouls?
Yes. You see Axel.
That group of ghouls is also 200 feet away, so.
Yes.
I figure, especially if I'm being covered by the hunting rifle, he'd at least be able to get a couple shots in.
There is absolutely that opportunity.
By the
yes.
time they even like reach here.
Yes. That is why they're not on top of you.
I also figure I'm gonna turn and start shooting, seeing them.
The chances
come
are that you'll be able to kill them before they actually reach you. Yes, I moved them further closer to you. A, because the pack is now moving towards your direction. So one or two of them might have been a little bit closer. But B, also to indicate to you what is happening thematically.
Yep.
It is
I
not
will say,
teleporting to you.
Teleporting ghouls. Oh, fuck this place. Let's leave.
Yes.
I was going to say, it also is consideration. Is your gun silent? Because...
My gun?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, because I was going to say, the only gun I have, well, the only two guns I have are a laser gun and pipe gun. Laser gun probably makes less of a, like, loud noise than, a gun.
Well, don't forget, you're dealing with the enemies that are hundreds of feet away from you in many cases. The chances of them hearing even loud gunshots are significantly lessened.
But not non-existent.
Not non-existent. It kind of depends upon the rolls. For instance,
for example, I could run up, get into a melee scuffle with this pack of ghouls, and not necessarily trip off any other ones, except maybe one down the way that can see us, like straight across.
That is correct. Again, it would depend upon failures and succeedings of the challenge rolls. And so, like I said, the ghouls in this case are difficulty 2 for any challenge you guys take. Here's something that I didn't get the chance to say, is you guys can combine your rolls. Let's say that Thomas, you're doing the covering, and NPR, you want to do some melee. Thomas can cover you with sniper fire whilst you charge in to run down all these ghouls. Both of your 2 independent rolls count as 1.
Wait a second.
I didn't get the chance to say that because you kind of just ran off.
Well, no, I just said what we had planned to do, but whatever. The other thing I just realized is there's just a bunch of ghouls here.
Yep, a lot of ghouls. Looks like a few rad scorpions. I saw that one deathclaw. Might be another.
Yeah, but like down where we are, we just saw ghouls, right?
Yes, where you guys are right now, nothing but ghouls.
Yeah.
And only the weaklings.
Should we just forego stealth and send Door in the front? just auto win.
He's not exactly going to be able to block paths in this case.
No, but we can just be like, go Door, I choose you, and just send him out like 200 feet away to go beat down some ghouls.
He can still take damage in this particular mechanic. He's not as invincible. It is the one downfall with this what is supposed to be a simplified system.
The problem is if you wanted to make it so that I could actually take damage from this like swarm system, they'd have to do like 6 damage at a time, and it'd be absolutely horrifyingly effective against you guys.
Yeah.
Yes. That's kind of trying to do the balancing act, if you will, of why it's a group of ghouls that are ganging up on one of you, in essence. If you were to just charge in, you do still stand the chance of being overwhelmed by a mob, in essence.
But what if we renamed him Beyblade?
Beyblade? I don't get it. Sorry.
I just use one defibrillator hand and one claw hand, and I spin.
So, all right, Thomas and NPR, what are you guys' plans?
My initial plan is that I hang back. If ghouls seem to have spotted Axel and are heading towards him, then I will provide some supporting fire with my laser gun.
Okay.
And if they get to be in melee contact with him, I will run in and try and help there.
All right. And Thomas?
Gonna have my hunting rifle ready. And as soon as it looks like a feral ghoul is about to attack Axel, I'm gonna be taking a shot.
All right, so you're going to wait for them to get closer then, or?
Just a little bit. I'm gonna be following Axel at a distance
I
instead
will
of
be at a
keeping
closer
close.
distance.
Yeah, they are currently coming towards us.
Okay, so to give you guys a little bit of a read of the situation, as Axel tries to sneak through, he accidentally kicks a bottle, surprisingly in just
Clink,
the
clink,
right
clink,
way,
clink, clink, clink.
that it actually shatters on a concrete signpost
Oh,
base.
I didn't
This
kick
alerts
it. I
the
tried to kick a
ghoul.
field goal with it.
Yeah, pretty much. You're not even quite certain how the hell you did that. But you certainly go, oh shit, in that moment.
I'm definitely still probably not going to open fire quite yet because I don't want to take a shot that rings out through the area that alerts the entire compound.
All right.
I am.
NPR, are you going to go ahead and start shooting as soon as they start moving towards Axel?
I'll take a couple shots with my laser gun. I have a decent amount of ammo, and it's quieter than a regular gun.
All right, so here's the other thing about this system. You guys will only be using one ammo in this case, if you're using any guns.
Yay!
Trying to simplify things here a little bit because, again, it's a bit more streamlined system.
I
And it'd be
won't
way
shoot
too
up
difficult
all
to
of
keep
my
track of how much
ammo.
ammo Axel would be using in each encounter.
We can just say all of it.
So, all right, difficulty is still 2.
All right.
And are you actually trying to take out the ghouls, or are you just trying to distract them or something?
Either.
Either,
Just-
okay.
Whatever will keep them from attacking Axel.
Shoot the
All right.
If it looks like I shoot one and they turn towards me, I'd be like, I'll probably just continue shooting them to attract their attention. If it doesn't work, then I'll continue shooting them because it's not attracting their attention.
All right.
It seems
Go
like
ahead.
I'm
it
gonna
seems like
spend
the
an
end
action
result
point
is
for an additional
shooting.
dice.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Man, you guys are just getting bad rolls tonight.
No, we're getting really good rolls. That's the problem.
Okay, I have one success. I hope
Alrighty.
a ghoul has a defensive one, because so do I. And that would be very sad if a normal person had less agility at dodging stuff than a ghoul.
You do, I would say that you do take out one of the ghouls, but you do not manage to take out the entire group. And the rest of the party does indeed notice you, and they will indeed start moving towards you.
Well, I've got fire rate too, so I'm going to do the 2 additional. Yep, nope, that's
You
enough
only get the one.
Well, before they
Okay.
before they
We're not
keep,
doing damage in this particular case.
before they
Okay.
before they keep running closer. I'm seeing them coming
That's
at
what they're
me.
stopping at. Don't worry.
Well, I was gonna say even before they got there, I was gonna open fire as well.
All right. So this is technically almost, if you will, round 2 for everybody. So yes, Axel, you're opening fire on these guys.
Yeah. Back when he's opening fire, I'm gonna be opening fire as well.
NPR, you're opening fire on these guys here as well, I assume.
Yeah.
And Thomas, are you still going to hold fire?
Yeah, I'm gonna hold fire.
Okay. Both Axel and NPR, roll me whatever attacks you would be using, whether it be small guns, energy weapons, melee. Roll for it.
So it would just be small guns agility.
Yes.
I'm
Be
very
normal
good at this.
skills. Oh my gosh, NPR. What the hell is going... Okay.
2 successes.
Somebody got 2 successes.
I'm not a marksman. My job is to distract them.
I did not think the
that's-
system would be this challenging to you guys.
And that's gonna be
1 ammo.
1 ammo, which isn't updated on
and they just disappear.
But that's
If you have
my-
your ammo spelled differently, then it will update incorrectly.
Actually, we should go ahead.
So, like,
There.
I had to fix mine because my laser gun, I was like, it's not updating the ammo when I change it to here. Turns out I had ammo type listed as fusion cell instead of fusion cells.
No, I was
Oh.
just updating it in the wrong
Location.
place. Yeah.
All right.
Then
Both.
that's silenced 10.
All right. Both NPR and Axel. This was a group action, so you both do take your shots, and you do manage to gun down the rest of the ghoul horde that is shambling in your guys' direction before it is able to do any serious damage to you. That is that horde done. Your next action.
Less
or
of a
your
horde,
next-
more of a
Yeah.
mob.
Mob. Thank you. Mob. Yes, I was looking for that word. Brain not working as well as it could be. I assume, therefore, that you guys are going to head down this way.
Yeah, I'm gonna come over here, check around the corner. I'm assuming I can see the ghoul down here.
Another ghoul mob, yes.
How many?
Again, it varies in numbers, anywhere from like 2 to 4 max, pretty much, though.
All right. Well, yeah. I mean, seeing them down there, I'll wave NPR and is it Thomas or Carlos?
Thomas.
Thomas and NPR down.
Okey-dokey.
'Cause
And
we've
they're kind of
got
scattered over like this area here, almost.
yeah, because now we've got distance before they're here. So
All right, so I'm coming down. How far are we able to go? Like 60?
In this case here, you guys are able to move up to closer to said ghouls.
yeah, it's
Okay.
abstract. here.
Again, this is even more relative than normal for this game.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna catch up with Axel. Kind of set myself up against the wall of the building, and ready to aim down the quote corridor if Axel chooses to go down there.
All right. And what action do you guys want to try to take
I
to get
think
past
I
these
think
ghouls?
honestly our best option is gonna be probably open fire from here. Try to
Engage.
pull them down to us.
All right then.
All right, so all three of you are just going to shoot at these guys?
I'm not. They're too far away for me to
In that
effectively
case,
shoot at.
let me scooch to this corner right here.
Yeah, I mean
and
it's
I
all
think-
abstract. So
It's a bit more abstract, yes.
But yeah, I am going to aim down the corridor towards the ghouls with my hunting rifle.
Would you like me to get their attention?
That'd be nice. Yes, thank you.
Yeah, I'm going to attempt to distract the ghouls so that they're worse at dodging his rifle.
Okay.
And also get them to come over within range of Thomas's rifle. I assume that, you know, if I do take any damage from this, it's not going to be remarkably terrible damage. It's going to be damage I have to
again,
repair later.
Per failure, you guys would require 2 successes. Per failure, you would take 1 damage. If you guys make
Yes.
that challenge as a party, but you all still fail to get 2 successes amongst all 3 of you, you all take 1 damage. If one of you takes a challenge and you fail that, you alone will take 1 damage.
I'm
Okay.
assuming they're not gonna reach us before a second round happens.
Again, relative, but yes, you guys would
Well,
definitely have the chance for at least 1 more round in this particular case.
I mean, we should. They're too far away for me to effectively shoot, so I wouldn't open fire until they're within effective range of my gun, which isn't in
Yeah.
melee combat.
speaking of, I'm gonna try and get their attention.
Don't forget,
Um,
actually, that the ranges posted are your ideal ranges. Shooting further would normally incur extra difficulties. In this particular case, you don't have those extra difficulties.
Oh, fuck it, I'm gonna shoot.
Yep. All right, you want to take first shot, or shall I?
Well, all three of you basically are rolling together. Hold on a second.
Let's cumulatively make gun go bang.
MPR. Let's see here.
I
Let's
have
do.
several ways of distracting them, and a couple of those might be problematic and draw attention, so I won't do it.
You may choose what kind of form you want to try to get their attention, if you will. If you don't come up with one, I'm going to say you're going to require a survival and endurance
NPR,
skills check.
quickly, initiate dance protocol.
If we're going with that, then that would be a what the hell is it?
Survival and charisma, I'm betting.
Athletics and charisma.
Yeah, athletics and charisma. Thank you.
But I'm not going to do that.
I'm saying it more as a
Axel.
joke.
I'm going to kick a piece of rubble down towards them. I would like that to be unarmed.
Okay, so unarmed and what is unarmed? It's unarmed and strength, right? Yeah.
Right.
So you will be rolling unarmed and strength.
Right.
Thomas and
Action
Axel will be
point.
rolling small guns and agility.
Luck
Oh
point.
my god!
Oh wow, that is
God.
that's just bad.
Okay.
Well,
better.
I got 0 successes.
Great. So they just not
everybody
notice
else?
Roll
us.
20 can just, what the heck? So yeah, I imagine I kick a rock and it just goes, "Bleh." Instead of like going very far, it just goes,
You kicked
Clink,
a
clink.
flat rock, so like it flipped over and then it just didn't move.
Yeah. It
All
doesn't really grab their attention that much. Not as much as the gunfire that's erupting from behind you.
Well, I would like to ask,
Oh no!
Oh my gosh.
Two
can
successes.
they wait to shoot until I've gotten their attention? Because that was their plan, was I get their attention, they move in, and then they shoot.
Oh wait, but Axel did get 2 successes. Okay. So, good news. As a party,
We can't hold fire until he tries again.
Yeah, so I just kick a different rock and it gets their attention, and Axel takes him out.
Axel does manage to save the party by just once again laying on his trigger and mowing everybody down. No,
I'm not
this
gonna have
is
any
a
bullets
group
by the
success.
end.
So although yes, NPR, your distraction doesn't go quite as well as you had hoped, as it seemed when you kicked a rock, it did fly far enough, but it seemed oddly enough to kind of just bewilder them more than call their attention. We are going to go with both Thomas and Axel together do manage to quickly gun down the whole party, however, or the whole mob.
I can tell
You
you one
guys-
thing I really like about this system. The fact that using my gun only costs 1 ammo.
Mm-hmm.
Wanted to try to make this quick.
Yeah,
So
these
that
big areas will probably need the more
6
streamlined.
weeks to finish this base.
Yeah, most of those weeks would be me scavenging for ammunition.
Yes. With how many ghouls there were here, and how much attention you guys might be calling, I wanted to do something that was a little bit more simplified in this particular case. Your next challenge will be another pack of ghouls right down this alleyway here. I am going to say that as GM, you do have to deal with this before you can move on.
We can't just sneak by.
You could try to sneak by, and that will possibly be a way to get rid of the threat entirely.
I mean,
It's
I
a method of dealing with it.
try.
Exactly. If you guys fail, you will not be able to, you will be forced into combat with it, obviously.
Do we want to try to sneak by?
Yeah, I can try it.
Sure.
I'm assuming we're moving as a group at this point.
Yep.
All right. Sneak. Oh boy, roll 20. My target number is not going to be good.
How many successes do we need as a group?
2. The ghouls challenge in this particular case, all ghouls are 2.
Okay.
All right. Well, I'm prepared to not contribute.
Oh my gosh.
I got 0.
Oh. Wow.
Okay, I am spending a point to re-roll 1.
Don't bother. We have 0 successes between 3 of us.
Oh,
Yeah.
never mind.
It's
Okay.
not really worth it.
I'm
We would
also-
need 2.
I'm also assuming that, at this point, we're, here.
And the ghouls will, in essence, be starting to approach you guys as, unfortunately, all 3 of you misjudge the terrain here. NPR,
Nice way of
he's
putting it.
pretty clunky, making a lot of noise.
I am made
despite
of metal.
attempt to sneak.
Oh,
Uh,
now that we're actually down here, do any of these ghouls seem to be wearing, remnants of fatigues? Or military?
Hold off
Garb?
on that until after you guys have dealt with this next challenge.
Yeah, okay.
So the ghouls do get basically right on top of you guys at this point.
I'm assuming we get a chance to open fire on them.
You get a chance to open fire, yes, but remember, they don't attack you guys. The damage is taken upon the failure to succeed at this point now.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys do need 2 successes, and you are all of you in combat. So you'll need to choose big guns, energy weapons, explosives,
weapons.
yada yada yada.
I'm pulling out the plasma pistol for
3
this one.
successes.
I would like to rate. Oh wait, no, wrong system. I am going to.
Success.
I'm going to field them in melee while they're shooting. I'm going to sort of stand at the front of the group and grab any that manage to make it through the hail of gunfire and separate their organs gracefully.
All right, go ahead.
Gracefully, he says.
Oh my gosh!
9 successes. Did we win?
He has discovered the mixing function of his hands.
have we won Fallout
Will it
D20
blend?
yet?
No, I'm just imagining you guys have some gunfire. This one ghoul approaches me, and I just put my hand into its torso and surgically remove all of its organs and water out of combat.
So
You're just ripping guts out of this one ghoul.
No, I just push my hand through his rib cage and pull his entire torso off his body. There we go.
Yep, okay, yep, that
Mortal
works.
Kombat style.
I was imagining your hand
then
just went into the rib cage and then just went onto a ball joint and started spinning, and you just ground this thing against the buildings like sandpaper.
No, what I want to do is I get this one, and then 2 more start rushing towards you guys past the gunfire, and I just use it as a club to just smack them into a wall and they die.
I will be right back. I just realized it's almost 8 o'clock, and I don't know if I heard Terry call dinner's ready or not.
Uh-oh.
So I will be. I'm pretty certain our next move is to try and get down to here, and the sort. All right. I do have one small suggestion. I have grenades, and I have points and explosives.
I feel like that would attract some attention.
Yeah.
But I also have points
true.
and explosives and grenades.
Yeah. Anyway, I'll be right back.
I have neither. I do have the inclination that that's probably a bad idea, though.
You guys do sufficiently blender all of these ghouls, yes. So that is the next challenge done. With this last group of ghouls over here, they do, in essence, block you guys from being able to enter the barracks.
Yeah.
Again, consider that they're kind of just all around the... Oh, well, what the hell happened there? Stop it! all around this building almost. All right. So I'll like put this guy here for right now. To kind of act as almost a roadblock for whichever way you guys choose to kind of go.
Oh, look, they moved. Now we can circumvent them.
And again, here's the thing, is that Axel, if you wanted to try to use sneak on your own and you get the 2 successes,
Just shoot them.
you do successfully remove them as a threat.
What do you think,
that
Taylor?
is up to you.
Do we just blenderize the ghouls, or do we try to sneak?
We could try to sneak again. Worst that happens is we end up with a very similar situation, and I gracefully fold them against their will.
All right, well, sneak, I guess. Is this a group check?
Right. It sounds like the group is it sounded like NPR was suggesting it'd be another group check. NPR?
I'm fine with that, yes. I expect to contribute nothing.
I'll
Unlike
I'll
my
let-
apparent mastery of the martial arts.
I'll let you roll first for sneak.
I'm not even going to spend action points on this. I got a
Hey,
success!
There's
Ah!
one success. All you need is one more. Hey, there you go.
Wait.
Alrighty.
We got to see how much Thomas contributes to our sneak.
You guys just want me to roll for him?
No, we can wait for him to get back.
All right, we'll wait for him to get back. We'll be nice.
Should only be a couple minutes if he was checking for food.
But yes, you guys have already succeeded.
But yeah, since you said to wait until after that last one, and we're now on the next one.
Oh yes, I'm sorry. Before we do this, even yes. So that will be survival and perception, or let me see. Is there anything better? Not really.
Not really.
No, we'll just go ahead and stick with survival and perception in this case.
4 successes.
Oh, geez. Okay, yeah, that's definitely more than enough. There's a collection of different ghoul bodies all around you. Like as I said before, you're dealing with more mobs, small hordes, parties almost, 2 to 4 ghouls at most, and you've
Packs.
taken out quite a few of them at this point. There have certainly been a few ghouls that did have military, very, very old, degraded army fatigues, but there have also been ghouls that had normal civilian attire as well. There have been some ghouls that have not had anything on them whatsoever. One thing that I will say with all those successes, one of the army fatigues you saw is not from Area 51.
All right,
You're not entirely certain where exactly this former soldier came from, but he would not have been stationed here at this base, at least during your time here.
Did it look like the uniforms being worn by the people who attacked?
You do not find any of those, anything that looks similar to the unknown enemies that were around you, that were attacking Area 51 when you guys left.
Have we seen any remnants of power armor?
Not, let me see here. 4 successes.
Combat guns. Apparently, my timing was spot on. She had just pulled them out of the oven.
Nice.
Pork chops. It's pork chops. Can't quite tell. I can tell she put a little paprika in the seasoning along with a little bit of like SPG.
Ooh.
But she had them going with a little bit of butter, and she said she had them going with a little bit of Coca-Cola too.
Yeah,
but it tastes good.
any that able to find?
You were checking the ghouls in this particular case. However, with how high of a roll you did make, I will give this. You do find a skeleton with remnants of tattered cloth. Unfortunately, too tattered to really fully make out at this point. But the clothing most certainly is not, or the material itself is not something at least commonly used by the U.S. Army at your guys' original time.
Yeah, no, I was asking you. I was inquiring about if we'd come across any remains of the power armors.
No, there would not be
Not
any
yet.
power
Okay.
armors in this particular location, or at least with what you were originally looking for and at. Like I said, you do see this one skeleton that is certainly not normal for U.S. military attire, but does seem to have been some sort of advanced synthetic weave of some kind. It would be somewhat reasonable to maybe assume this was a soldier of whatever it was that attacked you, but there's no sign of weapons, armor, power armor, or anything like that. If this was one of the enemy soldiers that was attacking the base, he was stripped for anything that was worth.
No, that's fine. We'll probably have to head over to where was it? Like right here, where we
A
engaged.
little bit further, but yes, closer to the ATC.
Like here.
Because
we,
would be
if I remember,
a little bit
if
more
I,
like right around here-ish.
If I remember correctly, we pushed out of the classroom.
Yes.
We pushed up and over, then down and through the buildings, and then up and over.
The red line would have actually been your guys' original line.
Ah, okay. So yeah, we need to get to like here.
Yeah, roughly. At least that's where you are certain there were power armor originally.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Not quite certain what may have happened since then.
Yeah, no, but it's worth a check. All right, Jacob, roll sneak.
We're already succeeding. We just want to see if you can push us over the edge into
Something silly.
you got outstuck by a robot.
Of course I did. It's called silent running.
You guys have indeed succeeded at getting past all the ghouls in your immediate area. Even with poor Thomas's poor attempt at sneaking around, is one time where a ghoul does spot him, but he quickly grabs it in a chokehold and just snaps its neck. Nothing too critical or fancy. You guys do make it actually into the old army barracks, which, let me see here. Did I actually remember to put in a somewhat decent map of that? Give me a second here. Sorry. What the fuck is... Oh, I know what that one is. I had made a couple of different maps. I'm trying to remember if I had made... Oh, wait. This... No, that's not it. Shit.
Oh,
Oh, here we go. Okay.
So yeah, Thomas, the one thing you would have seen is Axel checking some of the ghoul bodies. Some of them were wearing military fatigues, like old remnants of them. Some of them were wearing civilian clothes, but there was one that I located that seemed to be from one of the enemies that attacked Area 51. That was like some kind of advanced, like, mesh weave uniform.
Yeah, I came in at the end of that one.
I thought I did do this, but
Is
I
it-
obviously not.
Is
Shit.
it something that Thomas would recognize when I find
The-
it?
The clothing on the skeleton?
Yeah.
You know what? Thomas, this is going to be a very high difficulty because it is very tattered, very unrecognizable. But go ahead and if you desire, actually, hang on a moment here. What did I do? Oh shit, I got rid of it. You can either give me a survival and perception, or science and perception, or science and intelligence. Actually, either one of those will work. I'm on the wrong thing again.
Let's use a luck point to re-roll that failure.
Okay. Well, actually, hang on. It probably won't really matter too much. The difficulty for this was basically 4. Sorry, I didn't get a chance to say that before you had rolled.
Well, in that case, let me retry that again.
Yeah, go ahead and retry it in this case.
Are you buying,
Uh,
buying
This is
extra
a high
dice?
difficulty because of
Oh,
how
I'm putting extra dice.
ragged and tattered the whole outfit is,
So intelligence.
as well as just how worn it is by the elements.
Spending 2 action points to roll 4 dice.
3 action points.
3 action. Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, it's 1 for the first, 2 for the second, etc.
Oh, now I'm using that luck point.
Come on, you got like a 75% chance of success.
On.
Darn.
3
1
success
point off.
is all you can manage. Okay. Unfortunately, the clothing is just too tattered. Honestly, it is just too difficult to really make out. But just enough. The coloring is very faded, but it is a darker color. Black, blue, maybe, with at one point you do see a trim very faded to some sort of yellowish brownish color of some kind. Just too darn difficult to truly make out.
I don't know anything about Fallout. Do those colors trend towards the
Not really. Both the Brotherhood and the Enclave kind of use darker colors. The Brotherhood of Steel is more along the lines of
I'm guessing they didn't
actually
exist.
and power armor, and they didn't even exist until after.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm guessing they
afterward.
didn't exist.
As for Enclave are more along the lines of dark brown, or not dark brown, but like black, dark grays to black. And one of the biggest identifying marker for any Enclave member is that the uniform will have a badge with an E on it surrounded by stars.
The clothing is too tattered to find any such marking.
Exactly. So
Look,
it's fortunately we just need to find something a bit more preserved
yeah,
to
I get the
make a better
feeling.
judgment call.
I get the feeling we're gonna have to get over here and try to locate those power armors we took out. Worth a shot, though.
If they're still
The
there.
shot, yes.
Well, I mean, I'm figuring if the combat happened, and as Dan said, that was when we launched was basically when the bombs fell. And if,
Well, you also gotta understand, there's scavengers everywhere. Somebody might just be sneaky enough to get around these bastards and snag some stuff. Power armor included.
maybe. Seems less likely with how many things are here, but
You underestimate people's survival potential.
And Stealth
Mhm.
Boy.
Yes,
If
there
I
are
was playing
such
a
a thing
Fallout
called
game,
Stealth Boy.
That is Stealth Boy or the Chinese spy suit.
The other thing is, I doubt anyone would steal and try to scavenge power armor that was that old.
Oh, yield, little
Oh.
faith.
There are
All
any
power
sort of
armor is
mechanical
that
thing.
old.
Yes. But also any mechanical thing like that, certain parts will age at different rates if it's not in, especially if it's in use, but even if it's not in use. So like maybe the armor itself is worthless, but there's like servos and gears and pneumatic tubing that you can use to repair other armor
Exactly.
and is therefore valuable.
Also, a lot of the power armors used ceramic composites, which, at least in the Fallout world, do not wear or age nearly as much as modern materials do.
Oh, I was
A
gonna.
ceramic composite.
I was gonna guess that you were gonna say they facilitated the human barbecue that we committed against them.
That too.
Or it's not
There is
ceramic,
also
but,
that.
yes.
Okay, so where are we entering here?
Yeah, basically any role of like post-apocalypse scavenging, stuff is going to have useful parts. It's obviously not preferable to a fully functioning thing that you can just take, but it's better than nothing. A lot of it.
Yeah, it looks like
And
there's only
who's
one
to say
way in.
these have been here this long?
Yeah.
Maybe it got scavenged like 10 years after the collapse, and
Well,
these things moved in like 20 years ago.
How long did it take for vaults to reopen?
Depends on the vault directive. You got to
Anywhere
remember there were
from
very few
decades
control.
to over a century.
Mm-hmm. You also have to remember.
They were all independent things.
Uh-huh.
Hmm.
Especially if the vaults were being used for any of the heinous experiments that Vault-Tec decided to use them for.
That's about the
Yeah.
extent of my knowledge on Fallout.
Mm-hmm.
So,
All right, so we're inside.
All right. In this case
Or
here, we
on our
will
way
be
in.
going back to normal combat.
all right, we come in. There are ghouls. We fire.
Right, we gotta get our initiative, which is fortunately static, but
It's very
we
big.
have to
Oh,
we
for the
have
love
to
of-
add it back in every time we close out Roll20.
Yeah, hang on a second here. Okay. All right, everybody go ahead and hit me your initiatives again. My apologies. Where the hell? All right, I'm sorry, guys. Bouncing around a little bit. I lost my damn page. Where the hell are you? There you are. Okay. Fuck you. Aren't you in there?
Did you have a token selected?
I did. No, you know what? I did not. Shit. Okay.
That'll do it.
Welcome to Roll20.
Yup.
Okay.
It's also kind
There
of
we go.
telling that we can just immediately guess what went wrong.
I'm still trying here.
No, I think it's
I
more
swear
telling
one of
of
these days I'll get it.
Roll20 that we know exactly what the issue was, because it is always an issue.
Yes.
Alrighty. So these are all basically the same ghoul. So nothing to worry about as far as
No, if
them having any tricks or anything like that.
I disagree. If these are all the same ghoul, I think that's a very big problem.
Let's see here, though. Thomas, putting you in your proper place. The order. All right.
But yes, as goes with identical stat blocks, they all have identical initiative.
Actually, Axel, sorry. Before entering this building here, I'm going to give you a free stealth roll action because that's your character. I
Okay.
kind of presume you would probably try to enter the building in a somewhat sneaky manner.
Okay. Yep. No, that makes sense. I wouldn't just like boots in the door.
Right. Now, Thomas and NPR, maybe, but I don't know about them yet. I'll give everybody their free action before entering the building. Oh, yeah. Okay, so yes.
3 successes.
You are currently sneaking.
Perfect. There's literally nowhere I can go with this stealth.
Alrighty,
Yeah,
and
I mean,
for
I would use
Oh,
it to.
Dan, by the way,
I will use it to crack the door open. Am I being sneaky enough that I can like get like at least like sight on this and like slip around to here and like get sight on the 2 ghouls in here and then like kind of slip back just out the door?
I would say, well, you have this one guy in the hallway right here.
Well, yeah, that's why it's like.
But you have
am
3
I
successes.
able to wait until
I
he like
would
turns around and like quickly slip in and peek into the 2 rooms and like?
I would say with the number of
Slip out.
successes you have, you are able to do a quick look about this the barracks here, which is actually supposed to be 2-story. I did not remember to grab the correct map, so on me. But we're using this as a stand-in.
second story is ruined or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
No,
what we'll go
Also,
with.
you may
fine.
want to hit the button on the music that makes it loop.
Oh shit! I
But
thought
yeah,
I did
no,
that.
my whole the goal was like with what I can do with sneak is just like get here, like peek in, slip across, peek in, and then slip back out so I can give them like an update on like what like the immediate situation inside is. Well, this guy is like turned around.
Yes, I would say that your role was more than successful enough to accommodate that. Yes.
All right. There's one ghoul. Actually, I would have been able to see 2 ghouls. There's 2 ghouls in the main hall of the barracks. Was able to see a couple ghouls in the left hand room, immediately inside. At least one ghoul in the room to the right. I think our best option is going to be to go in and split and try to deal with the ghouls as quickly as possible.
If I recall correctly, the room on the left was enclosed. Would it make sense for us to engage the ones there first while I took care of any that approached the doorway entering that room?
Yeah, no, we could. That would be a good plan. Did I see like any like walls broken down in this room when I peeked in? Like the walls are all intact?
More or less. There's holes in some of the walls, but
Not
all
like
load-bearing
people-sized
walls are
holes.
still functioning, and nothing big enough really for a human to fit through. Maybe like a small
Okay.
roach or something like that. But
Also, when
Okay.
NPR said, if I recall correctly, he means I know exactly what this layout is like because I had a map of the base installed in my brain, but I don't know if it's aged over time.
Yeah,
Yes.
no, the walls seem to be intact, so I think that would be a pretty safe course of action.
Very good. You two enter, and I will cover your rear as you deal with the ghouls in that room.
Oh my.
All right, Thomas, follow my lead.
Yeah, lead on.
This also nicely works with our initiative order.
All right, so yeah, Axel's gonna pull out his
You got 30 feet of movement.
No, I know. Stop.
So, oh, sorry. Just.
I know.
My apologies.
Axel's gonna pull out his. Yeah, my ammo counts here. I was gonna pull out the 9mm.
Okay.
Actually, that's a question. Something like a silencer. That's just like I'm assuming it's just like a threaded silencer onto a threaded barrel.
In general, but that's more of a statement, not so much a question.
Well, no, I'm just asking. Would I be able to, like, pull out the 10 mil and, detach the silencer
Caliber
from that?
issue. Silencers are typically caliber based.
Ah, okay.
Technically speaking, being that 10 millimeter is larger than 9, yes, but you run the risk of damaging your silencer. Also, it won't be nearly as quiet.
All right, I was just asking because there's nothing in the rules about, or like in the description of like the suppressor that's like it's a suppressor for this caliber weapon, etc. It's just it's a suppressor for all small guns.
Actually, you are right as far as the rules are concerned in that case.
It's your calls on what we're able to do with it. Just I wanted to ask, so I was gonna, if it was going to work, I wanted to take the suppressor off the 10, put it on the 9, and
I'm going to stick with my original answer in this particular case, at least.
Okay.
I might move away from that later on, but for right now, I'm going to stick with my original answer of calibers aren't right.
All right. I'll pull out the unsilenced 9 then, and hope we don't attract any additional attention. Pull out the 9, kind of give a 3, 2, 1 countdown on my fingers to MPR and Thomas.
Mm-hmm.
Just going to kick this door in.
Oh, you're not going in quietly.
I already did go in quietly.
Okay.
I went in quietly, got information, and left.
Okay, gotcha.
Kick the door in, move into this room.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
kind
saw
of
that doing all sorts of funky things.
button hook around.
Okay.
That's a phrase I haven't heard used in that way before.
And just open fire on the first ghoul.
All right. Difficulty 1. Back to our normal difficulties.
9 mil. 3 successes.
Very nice. All right. Roll for your damage.
All right, let me open up the rule book here. So, it is burst, which you'd think I would know this by now.
Means that you can hit another enemy.
Not going to be close enough vicinity.
Yeah, no.
It is fire rate 4. So if I roll for damage, fire rate is 4 dice. Which I actually want to check. Okay, yes. Then we have Commando, which fire rate of 3 or higher, adding damage dice. I have, and I'm just going through everything because I have a bunch of new stuff now for perks from when we did the level up last session.
Right, yep.
When I make a ranged attack and spend ammunition to increase the damage, which I'm doing because of fire rate, I can reroll up to 3 dice for the damage roll.
Okay.
And I have Gun Fu. When I succeeded a ranged attack, I can spend 1 action point and 1 ammo to hit a second target within close range. It's basically a second burst. And
I would argue that unlike burst, which we're basically doing as a line that is 15 feet wide. That gun fu would allow you to hit this other ghoul over here.
Okay. Yeah, no, then I can use that to do that. So we have fire rate 4 plus my commando. In total, this is a 5 ammo shot.
Okay.
Just to start with.
All right. 4 damage.
Well, concentrated fire. I can
Other people attack. Silent has his entire character phase.
Yeah.
Concentrated fire. I'm gonna re-roll those 3 no damage.
Right.
So
Okay,
a
so-
total of 6 damage.
Okay.
And I will burn an AP and an ammo
Right.
to gun fu that. So
Okay.
6 damage on both of them.
Alrighty. So as
Sorry,
you
I'm,
kick on the-
I'm figuring out all of my new perks, and all of my new perks make my attack phase longer.
Yeah. So you kick down the door, quickly duck into this side room over here. It seems to have been a bit of a classroom. Again, a lot of these chairs are smashed up, turned over, and such. But you see the 2 ghouls, and you just one-handed kind of just spin the gun around, hitting both the 2 ghouls with your initial burst. They are not quite dead, but they are both very much so unhappy with their current life decisions.
Are those 1d20s?
For what?
Hit location?
Oh. Oh shit, yes, that's right. That was 6 damage. My apologies. Yes.
17 and 11.
Hang on a second here. Okay, so 17. Okay, so that would be all right. So the first one, you get him in the leg. So he now requires a major action basically in order to move. Let's go with that. And the other one, you get him in the arm, which for these ghouls doesn't really impact them nearly as much, unfortunately. But it will make them a little bit harder to try to hit you in melee, if I remember correctly. So they would normally drop a weapon, and I think there is a penalty to melee attacks with that. But I'll have to double check that. All right. Anything else?
Let me check this page in the rule book.
Yeah. 15 minutes later.
The rest of us have character sheets. Silent has combat instructions.
Yeah, I
He
won't
really
apologize, but I apologize for how long it takes.
He really needs to get himself like just a shit ton of ammo and like actual like a light
Yes.
machine gun or something
So
like
give
that.
me ammo.
Also a macro.
Yeah. So you've used your minor action
Isn't-
and your major action so far.
I'm not seeing anything about penalties on. I was remembering something, Taylor. You were saying something about penalties if you use AP to make another major action attack.
If you use action points to make another major action, the difficulty of any roll involved in it is increased by 1.
Yes.
Where are we seeing this?
Oh, good lord.
Oh, there it is. Okay, I found it.
Under using AP.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, kind
And
of.
like a little pop-out thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
That has,
is
stood
not the
us
way you
good.
organize these things.
No, it's not how you organize it so people can find it easily. But okay. Yes, I will. Because I have a floating AP that I used actually. So I'm still at 6, so I'll go down to 4, and I'll take another major action shot.
Okay.
So difficulty is 2.
Yes. Oof.
Oh, nope. All right.
Well, to be fair, you wouldn't have succeeded normally,
Nope.
so it didn't matter that you had extra difficulty.
All right. That is it for you. Thomas, your turn.
Alright, just kind of sticking close to Axel. I'm gonna follow him right over here, pop right here.
There
I'll
are
have-
2 ghouls in the room with you.
Yo, I realize that. However, I don't have the same level of gum fu as Crazy Boy here. All I got is a plasma pistol.
And a hunting rifle.
Well, yeah, but I'm more efficient with the plasma pistol.
Yep.
Weirdly enough.
I do not apologize for building my character to be a rapid-fire ammo machine.
Just like I'm not gonna apologize for making our truck everlasting.
What do we call her again? I forget what her name is now.
It's literally in the character sheet.
Yeah,
It's
it's
Carla.
Carla.
Yeah, thank you, Carla.
Get it? Because it's
Which
a car.
one got hit in the arm?
The bottom one here.
The bottom one got hit in the arm. Yes.
The other one got hit in the leg, right?
Yes.
Oh,
I'm actually kind of surprised they don't include a roll for
a,
location on a
Yeah.
On the
on
attack.
an attack macro. Yeah,
Yeah. It's annoying.
I think it's because they have different location points for robots, but you could legitimately just have a roll that you cross-reference.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I am going to take this one out. So,
Okay.
boop.
One success is enough.
All right.
Ooh.
Oh,
Wow.
1 damage is
are
not
you
enough.
kidding?
What the fuck, game?
1 damage on 6 dice.
You knocked off one of his fingers.
I mean, on the plus side, it's not the lowest number you could roll.
I would not let you roll a 0 damage on weapons. That's a special GM rule.
Minimum damage on a successful hit is 1,
1.
Yes.
which might do 0, but it's not actually 0.
Mm,
I refuse to allow that.
you
know what?
I hit
No.
them with a plasma-based sniper rifle. It put a hole through their shoulder. That hole happened to deal 0 damage.
Well, the problem is you already turned both of them to Swiss cheese. So he kind of just went through one of those
Yeah.
holes already. He just expanded it a little.
He clipped one of the
Wow.
existing bullet holes.
I cauterized the bullet wound.
Like, it widened it a bit, but now it's cauterized, so it's sort of a net wash.
Alrighty, that was
Uh,
my major. Did you want to try that again? Oh,
I would like to try rolling the damage again if you're allowing it.
well, you'd have to spend 2 action points and take a second shot.
And it would
I'll
be
do that.
difficulty 2.
Yes,
Yeah.
it'll be difficulty 2 this time. You can
Hey,
spend
I
another
have
action
2
point to
action-
give yourself a dice.
You're right. It is technically more difficult to put another bullet through the same hole now that he's widened it. And actually hit.
I will spend the action points to attack a second time.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Are you gonna spend another action point to give yourself another dice?
No, I don't have that many action points. I just spent all 5 of mine.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Wait, what, really?
What?
Yeah, I spent 3 earlier for that. Trying to identify that cloth
Oh, yep.
to add 2 extra
yeah,
dice.
That's right. That's right.
Okay,
Hmm.
and now I'm spending 2 action points for another shot, which is not hitting.
Yeah. Unless
You
wanna-
like double tap?
You could
The
use
first one widens the hole, the other one just goes through it.
Yeah.
you could use a luck point. You could
Yeah,
use a
you
luck
know what?
point.
You know what? I am going to use a luck point to re-roll the 14.
All
I
right.
mean, it's about a 50-50.
Yeah,
Slightly better than 50-50 odds, actually.
55, 45.
Here's hoping.
technically given the double, something like 57-43. Because you can
No!
get double success on that. Yeah, but he only needs the one success, so it doesn't really matter.
All right, so rolling
Plus, tag
damage.
skills make the math weird.
Yeah.
Trust me, when Dan first pitched this, and he asked me to look over the rules so I could help, I went, that's an interesting system. I wonder what the stats are like. And I drew it out. And the stats are really weird. Like, there's a lot more variance than you'd think there would be given the system.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Alrighty, that is a finally dead ghoul. After your first shot just expanded one of Axel's previous 9mm holes, your next shot just takes the thing's head clean off.
Which is not
Well,
a
I
particularly
like to
big
imagine-
hole.
I like to imagine that he like punched a hole through the bullet wound, and he's like, crap, and he like turns up the dial of the gun and just blasts a bigger hole, and now it's just missing like most of the torso. And then
Oh, yes. All right. Okay, so that is... I think that's everything Thomas can do. NPR, it is your turn.
You're up, door.
let me check. There's one thing I want to check. Okay, yes.
He's now checking the
If
PvP
Eddie-
rules.
Checking what?
You said that after I said you're up, door, so I said you're checking the PvP rules.
Oh no, I'm checking the ready rules. So yeah, I will post up at the door, and if a ghoul tries to get past me, I will punch them and stop them from getting past me, and possibly stop them from living.
Probably stop them
Alright.
from living.
And that is going to be it for you?
You know, for a medical droid, NPR sure is a blender.
He's surprisingly good at it. Let's see here.
Which makes it even more surprising that he can't like sneak properly most of the time, because after all, what is he but an overly fancy ninja?
I mean, aren't you like an assault droid or something?
Modified for
Athletics.
medical care, yes. It is the military medic mind that came up
wait
with
a
it was like, what if we took a robot that was good at combat and then also made it a medic, so now it's a combat medic? And that's
All right.
roughly what inspired NPR.
Now, what
Cool.
does the leg hit do?
It knocks him prone. He needs to take major actions now to move.
Okay.
So he took his major action and moved towards you.
Okay.
Kind of almost crawling towards you on the floor, actually.
Does he stand up?
Yes, he does not remain prone.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Kind of a while he's crawling towards you, he kind of braces himself on the wall right next to you, almost actually even climbing up you, and putting his disgustingly ghoulish face right into your own. As for all the rest of these ghouls, well, you know, a 9mm and a plasma pistol both going off have kind of called their attention.
Yup. I
So
think that
let's
was in
see
fact the
here.
plan.
Oh, stop that. Do me the right thingamajiggy. All these windows I have open everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to move
Welcome,
everything.
welcome to GMing.
Actually, that guy cannot come out. Alrighty. So, MPR07. Both these two ghouls are coming right at you, and
Which one
they
approaches first?
technically the guy who's below you.
Okay, well, as I've readied an action, I can take my action interrupting his turn.
Yes.
So, you're just gonna, you know, give him a nice little love tap.
Alrighty. Oh,
Nice
well,
little love tap.
oh my gosh.
feel like,
You love tap?
I feel like our definition of love tap is different because I don't think our definition of love tap is blender.
May I introduce you to something that my character doesn't know about very well, which is irony.
Or emotions.
Okay.
So yeah, hold on. Add extra damage. So that gives me 1 AP back that I spent, and then 4 extra AP. So I can use 2 of that to add 2 additional combat dice to the damage roll.
All right.
3 damage and instant. Hey, you know what? I would have gotten like a 1 without that, so or like a 2.
I think you can spend 2 action points to reroll also, can't you? Or is that
Oh
luck?
no, that's hold on.
I thought physical you could
The
spend...
defib is 4 dice, and I spent 2 AP to add 2 to it. Just
Okay.
as part of the original roll. So
All
this would have originally done 2 damage and stun, but now it's 3 damage and stun. Not a great roll, but
Yeah,
that
stun
does
for 2
leave me
turns,
with
though. Oopsie. Wrong button.
an extra. Hold on. Can I do that actually? I can't take an additional major action.
Not on a ready, no.
No, so I'm just gonna use that third AP that I generated, the third out of 4, to roll another combat dice. Okay. Wait. No, that's not what I meant.
No.
Hold on.
I'll give you 1 more damage. No,
I get
okay.
0 more damage. Okay.
All right.
Might as well. Worth the shot. Because holy success. I am using some of the least lethal methods I know to stun this guy. So yeah, love tap.
And let me see here real quickly. Nope, not quite. And nope. Alrighty. Both the ghouls.
Also, yeah, he's stunned before he can attack.
Oh, that's right. So he did get the roll anyways.
And that's why ready action on the defib is very good.
So yes, this ghoul here, you shove
Just slavering
the
berserker
defibrillator-
runs up to you. Yeah, just hold on to your next turn before you can attack.
Yeah,
It's just
you
how it
shove your
is.
defibrillator into him. You zap him, and the ghoul does the cartoony little dance in the middle of the air thing. Which is, kind of comical to see. The other 2 can't really see it because they're bothered by the other ghoul inside the room with them.
And I can't be appreciated because I'm a robot.
Yes. The second ghoul over here, he tries to take a smack at you. It does connect, but your damage resistance is just way too high. And he's unable to get through.
Turn towards him, eye glows red, hold up defib hand.
It runs away.
Actually, hang on a second here. I should go ahead.
Oh, you know what? I just
Wait a
thought
minute.
of a new tagline that definitely isn't what my character's actual description is.
What is your
Um,
damage resistance again? It's 4 or 5?
5.
5. Okay, yeah. Didn't really matter either way. Alrighty, that is pretty much it for the ghouls.
All right, so this just entered my mind. Describe your character terribly. I'll start. The least popular proctologist. Or the most popular, depending on what you're into.
Even worse.
I did say terribly. All right, but yeah. No, I effectively wall the single-person doorway.
Yes.
Becoming one of my favorite tactics because that's hilarious.
Axel, it is
Like-
your turn.
I'd imagine that there's some way for them to slip by me, but it would probably require a skill test and squeezing through and not being the guy that just got stunned.
Yeah, probably something along those lines. Also, they'd have to be intelligent enough to do that.
Mm-hmm. And ghouls are kind of not.
Feral ghouls are not the most intelligent of creatures.
Are there attacks of opportunity in this game?
Not really, no.
That's why I have to ready attack.
You can
There's
spend
there's a ready
action
action.
points. You can spend
Yeah.
action points luck points. You can spend luck points to jump the line, if you will.
But you would have to do that before the person's turn.
Right.
But yeah, you
Alright.
can spend a luck point to take your turn early that round.
Alright, I'm gonna kind of kick this ghoul off of me, step back, and pop a couple shots at the ghoul with the 9.
Okay.
Just because I need to get out of melee range to not have a higher difficulty.
1. Or difficulty 2 is what it would be, yes.
Yes. Which still seems strange that I can stick
Actually-
a gun into its mouth and have a higher difficulty to hit it.
Actually, wait a second.
I think
Uh,
close weapons don't actually get
Yeah,
a
I think
penalty
that's a
for.
close weapon, so I don't think you need to do that.
Let me hold on. Range. An ideal range.
Um,
Hang on. Two-handed. It does not have close quarters.
yeah, it's not
It's not close quarters.
it's not
so
close quarters.
It does get
Yeah.
the +1.
So it's because it's too big of a gun.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
If it
little
was a
surprised by
pistol
that.
that had close quarters, then it would be fine.
Hence why automatic pistols are actually not a bad thing.
Alright, well, we're gonna do that, and we're gonna shoot. And I'm gonna get back both the action points I used last turn.
Yep.
If anything this session is teaching me, it's that my character's oddly proficient in melee.
I
Well, that's
feel
what happens
like
when you make yourself into a tank.
I feel like we knew that from the session where you had 2 raiders in vice scripts saying surrender, electric applied, surrender, electric applied.
Yeah, no, that's true. But I think it's funny. I rolled 2 5-success melee rolls.
16 for the shot. We are going to
He's adding up all his dice.
2 extra ammo to bring me down to 14.
He's only got like 2 hit points.
Commando.
I would not waste the extra ammo. But
5
okay.
damage.
All right. Well, he is definitely dead.
I only added 2 out of the 4 dice I could have with
Oh, okay. Yeah.
with rapid fire. And because spite, I want to re-roll that miss damage.
All right.
Ha!
Hey, 6
damage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you turn that guy into Swiss cheese against that wall, quite literally. It actually makes for a very interesting Jackson Pollock type painting.
The splatter
that
pattern is quite avant-garde,
Yes.
as in he should have had a better guard.
In fact, Thomas, you kind of look over at Axel, and you see this little glint in Axel's eyes as he's just painting the wall with this one ghoul.
God, I wish I had my cell phone. That'd make a great picture.
Unfortunately, I don't think the Pit Boys come with cameras.
Nope.
Also,
Hold
not
up.
sure we had cell phones in, the era we were in, which was like
Hold up.
late 40s.
You Pit Boys have cameras.
I mean,
can-
I'd assume
can
that some
confirm-
do.
I can confirm in the most cases of the games, they do not, because you will often be carrying around a camera to use for camera-related quest lines. Fallout 76 being
Fallout, according to the wiki, Pit Boys can record sound and video footage.
well, there you go. Video
did not
footage
know
will
that
probably
myself.
not be as good, though.
Yeah, they are capable of recording. It's just not a very often
Sound,
used
yes. I
function.
did not know they were able to record video.
I
That
take
one's
a 1-frame video, also known as a picture.
All right. Is that it for you, Axel?
Yeah, no, I'm done.
All right. Thomas, I will say that relative proximity, you can shoot through the door past MPR.
It's okay if you get a glancing
Realistically-
hit on me; it'll probably still hurt them more.
Realistically, we probably don't even need to. We can probably just hand wave him the rest of this combat.
There's quite a few ghouls in here.
There's
Like, statistically, there's a chance some of them might do damage to me.
yeah, I'm going to go on ahead and pop a shot at this guy.
All right, so here's the thing that I'm going to do as a GM, being that you're kind of technically shooting through an ally who is intentionally trying to barricade the door with his body. Difficulty 2, in order to make sure you do not hit him.
Yep.
Or you do not have to take any penalty, but if you fail completely, your shot hits your ally instead.
I will take the 2 difficulty.
All right.
You? Because you're probably one of the few things here that can actually hurt me.
And I have a high enough setup with my shots that, yeah, I could get beneath an 11 easily. So, here we go. Oh my god.
But you took the 2 difficulty, so you do not hit your ally.
Yeah, it just goes wide. That's my turn.
You're kind of trying to put your pistol right, like, past NPR's head, pull the trigger, but unfortunately in that moment, NPR kind of has to jolt a little bit to get out of the way of one of the attacks. And that kind of throws your shot off. NPR, it is your turn.
I will, Actually, here's a question. Are any of the other ghouls coming towards here? They'd all moved relative to where they were.
They
Okay.
all had moved, yes. Maybe not quite as far as they could have, but, you know, I was just trying to get them moving.
Okay, I want to attack the same one again.
The one that's stunned?
Yes.
Okay.
Why did my character sheet completely collapse itself?
Yeah.
I'm going to do a 1 AP.
Okay. 3
And
successes.
get it back. Condition. Okay. Yep. And I will just go with the base damage roll. 2 energy damage and it's stunned.
All right.
Okay. Now I want to try something fun.
Okay.
And I don't think there are really good rules for this currently, but we'll figure it out.
All right.
I want to spend 2 AP, take an additional action, and sort of like judo throw one of the ghouls into the room with them so they can shoot it to death. So the healthier ghoul, I just want to throw it into the room.
Let's
Sort of like
see
reposition
here.
myself and push it.
Okay, not entirely difficult. Let's go with athletics and strength.
All right. I was hoping unarmed because, you know, you
Uh,
can move people in there are martial arts where you
yeah, you know
effectively
what? I'll
move
go ahead and
people.
give you unarmed and strength. But
right.
this is a bit of a unique move for you, so I am going to wait. The difficulty's already upped to 2.
Yes.
Um,
Could do an opposed roll. This would
You
be
know
a
what?
situation that would make sense for it. His athletics versus my unarmed.
he doesn't really have athletics. um,
That would make him very bad at not getting pushed around now, wouldn't it?
yes, just a little bit. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do.
I would
a
definitely
bit of
expect
a-
this to be more effective against a ghoul than, say, a super mutant or a deathclaw, so that makes sense.
Yes. Okay, so he's only going with that, basically. All right. Making an
Um,
opposed roll.
I'll spend another additional AP, so that's 2, and I got 1 success.
I don't believe it. He got 2. Nope, wait. I'm sorry, I got that wrong. I looked at that wrong. He got only 1 as well.
I'm going to luck point reroll one of those, I think.
Okay.
It's only target number 10, and this is a fun move, so why not? Nope, okay.
No
Well,
such luck. Okay, so unfortunately the judo didn't quite work out.
yeah, I tried to move him in a way that makes sense for humans, and he's like, oh, my joints are rotting. I don't care about pressure points.
kind of just slipped out of your hold there, almost slimily so. Not a pleasant. Well, you're a robot, so you can't really feel it. but you kind of look at your chassis, and even you as a robot go, ugh.
Yep. All right. Well, there was an attempt.
Alrighty. And next up are all the ghouls. So give me a second here.
I'm actually going to do one more thing. I'm going to step back 5 feet.
Alright.
It's my movement action. Now I'm slightly harder to, like, gang up on.
All right. And well, that ghoul can't move, so this guy here is going in towards you. Taking another swing at you. He does get the success, but it's only him. And I don't think he's going to be able to do enough damage to you. Oh, I rolled too many dice there, but that's okay. He still failed. All right. So he does connect with you again, but once again, you're a really tough robot, and this ghoul is just not getting through your armor at this point in time. All right, that is it for all the ghouls at the moment. You've got a nice little almost horde now coming towards you guys. Axel, your turn. Everybody, let's go ahead and take a little bit of a smoke break.
So I'm gonna put the 9mm away. And I'm gonna come over here. I'm assuming I can, like, try to, like, swing around NPR.
Yes. He is still trying to block the doorway for you all. And as such, I will have the same penalties.
NPR, just leave me enough room to swing. And,
If I do so, it will reduce the effectiveness of my ability to block this door, but I can attempt to accommodate.
at least leave me enough room to jab. As I pull out a board.
Alright, if you want to, if you guys want to,
I'm gonna try to hit this ghoul with a board.
well, actually, I'll still say at the moment, difficulty 2 if you don't want to hit MPR 07.
You know what? Sure. I'm not gonna
difficulty
hit.
1.
I'm not gonna hit anyways. So sure.
Well, difficulty 1, normal, but if you fail completely, you hit MPR instead.
MPR, what's your physical damage resistance stat?
More than a board.
Okay, cool.
5. 5 on everything.
Then yeah, no. I'll do difficulty 1.
Alright.
I hit!
You succeed.
Oh my
Alright,
god!
so you hit the ghoul.
My target was 4! I dealt 3 damage with a board!
Not too bad.
Okay. That's okay, that's dumb. Alright, cool.
You run up next to MPR 07. You take the board and you shove it in between MPR and the door itself. And you, surprisingly, the board actually kind of breaks off a little bit, making a jagged tip, which does actually dig into the ghoul's stomach just a little bit.
Okay, cool.
I posted my immediate thought in general.
All right, and we'll go with next up, Thomas.
That was my first thought as soon as you said that.
It's like, I don't want to waste the ammo. Let's hit him with a stick. Seems like the second most effective thing after a gun.
I do think we're going to get to the point where you're both going to need to back up, and I'm just going to need to start letting them come in a little bit, because otherwise I'm just going to get dogpiled and pushed back, and they'll be in melee range.
I am planning on exercising that right as a GM to say horde rules.
Yeah, if there's enough of them, I'd imagine even if they can't hurt me, they can just push me out of the way.
To some extent, well, I would say that eventually they'll just start hurting you, but it will not be a lot of damage. You are a tough bugger.
5 of them are grabbing at me and one like hits the right wire or something.
Exactly.
Same logic behind the current ability of a guardsman to take out an Imperial Knight. Technically possible by like shooting a fuel tank that like makes it unable to move properly or something, not actually killing it.
Hey, well, I mean, it's been quite a few editions since Dan and I last played 40K, but technically scarabs are equipped with weapons that are super effective against vehicles. I've immobilized dreadnoughts with scarabs, and they've just been melee dreadnoughts, so they've just been stuck in the middle of nowhere, not doing anything for an entire game.
Because the scarabs have so many wounds to chew through. I'm talking about in the current edition. Well, unlikely. It's possible that guardsmen with lasguns can take out Imperial Knights.
I don't like that. Anyway,
which is why my headcanon is that it's not like destroying it. It's just like, well, we hit one of the joints on the legs, so now it's effectively out of combat. Or like we exploded an ammo dump in the back, so they just have to leave because they can't shoot anymore.
All right. Well,
but yeah, no.
It is Thomas's turn.
Y'all get in one more good round of door blocking before we even need to really consider it. But next round will start being a consideration.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So here's what I'm going to do. I am going to go ahead, try to shoot this guy with the plasma pistol.
Okay. Again, difficulty 2 if you want to make sure you avoid NPR. Difficulty 1 if you just want to take that chance.
Oh!
Do you have any luck points left?
Also, good thing he was going for the
2 luck points.
Avoiding because
I'm going to re-roll the 20.
Yep, okay.
Because I feel like an easy complication here is, whoops, you shot NPR.
Yeah, unfortunately, that is what would happen. Even with that,
it turned into a success.
Okay. Unfortunately, you need 2.
Yeah, so
I'm still like holding this guy out there. He's getting whacked with a board. You can't really light up a shot.
As a minor action, I'm going to pull a grenade off of my belt and have it ready.
Okay.
You may also want to back up.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea.
Because again, we're about to get mobbed, so I'm gonna have to like loosen the pressure a bit, or them just going to town at me at the door is going to actually be more harmful than them surrounding me in the room.
Oh, should I have backed up on my turn?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, but I think you're fine because
you go before. Yeah.
All of us, yeah.
Actually, you don't need to back up. I would go, and then the ghouls would go, and then you need to back up, but you'd go before I did, so.
Yeah.
You can start to if you want, but you could take another round of.
I'll do it on my turn.
Yeah.
All right. NPR 07, it is your turn.
We came up with it after I took my turn. I'll wait until my turn rolls back around.
Yeah, I was just saying it doesn't matter much for Jacobs either, because they'll get to me, and by the time I can move again, y'all will already have had the chance to.
Yes. God bless you. God bless you again.
Bless you.
Ugh.
Clean out those sinuses.
The flesh is weak.
Yeah.
Iron Hands moment. Anyway, yeah, I think at this point I'm just gonna stun punch the guy in front of me.
Okay.
And I'll spend an AP for an extra dice, which wasn't necessary, but
little unfortunate, but okay. Hey, you got
statistically, yeah. And then I will just do 4 energy damage and stun him. Wait, I didn't stun him.
No,
Wait.
you did not stun him this time.
Hold on. I could spend action points to roll extra dice and try and proc it, but I don't think it's really worth it.
Yeah. At this point, maybe not. I don't know.
They
I
have
mean,
to
this guy
spend-
here is still stunned for at least one more turn. So,
Yeah, until the end of his. Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
so that's fine. I just punch him and it does some damage without fully stunning him. What are you gonna do? Sometimes these weirdos just don't have functioning nervous system. The part you hit. But that's my turn. Yeah.
ready? Okay. So these other 3 ghouls back here cannot join in the fight. It is currently just this one guy right here, who is once again going to try to wail on you. He does
this
actually
guy
get a
here.
success. The dude you just punched. And nope, not enough to get through your armor. He does connect once again, smacking at your chest plate with a limp-wristed attack almost, but
Crunch.
just not enough to get through your armor. All right, that is it for the ghouls. Axel, your turn.
All right. I'm gonna hit him with a board.
All right.
Or an attempt will be made to hit him with a board.
Yeah. I honestly think.
Oof.
Honestly, I'm not even gonna waste the luck point.
Okay, but was that the 2 difficulty or the 1 difficulty?
The 1 difficulty.
All right, rolls damage still for NPR, although I doubt you'll get through.
I think we just
Oh my
disintegrated the
gosh!
board.
Oh, he
Yeah.
just barely didn't make it through.
You go to hit it, and I like lean the wrong way. And you just go, and the board just splits apart on my body. It's an old half-rotted board.
You've got splinters in your joints.
Yes.
I'll wipe the splinters off and
Back up.
switch back to my 9 and shoot. All right.
Alrighty. And Thomas, it is your turn again.
That board does
Alright.
good damage.
So
That was a good board while it lasted.
I mean, I still have my
reach
board.
back to here. And here's my plan. I'm not going to take any more shots. I do have a grenade as a readied action. So as soon as NPR moves out of the way of the door, surprise.
We're gonna be trapped in the
Alright.
room after he collapses the doorway.
The building is an old military building, and yes, worn down. It can take a bit of damage.
Mm-hmm.
You need a bigger gun than just a grenade.
I have a board.
You need a bigger gun than
my board is quite strong.
The plan is more along the lines of blasting the ghouls back with the grenade. Okay, to give NPR some space.
All right. So that's going to be it for you then, Thomas?
Yep, I'll have the grenade action readied, and that's it.
Okay. NPR, it is your turn.
I'd like to point out that you should probably be throwing the grenade in a way where it does include me in the radius.
Well, I mean, you're going to
So,
be pulling back, aren't you?
I'm going to be pulling back a little bit.
Exactly. So you'll give me just enough room to be able to throw the grenade in there, right?
What's the radius on a grenade again?
If I remember correctly, it's 10 or 20, I think, actually, on a... hang on a second.
20?
What the hell is it for...
Oh boy.
Hand grenade range 50 feet. But
What?
No.
blast
Yeah. Where the hell?
blast 1 zone equals 15 feet.
15 feet. Thank you.
So you're gonna have to
So-
throw that through the door.
Yep.
Well,
That's the
let's
plan.
start with
Well, you can chuck it 50 feet,
yeah.
and it needs to be 15 feet away from NPR.
Yes. So my first thing, I'm going to defibrillate the guy in front of me. 1 additional dice from an action point. Okay. I get 2 action points back, so net gain of
Nice.
1. Gonna zippity zappity doopity doodah. Yep, 3 energy damage and he's stunned.
Well, I mean, you can stun him all you want. It's not gonna bring him back to life.
Oh, that's fair. And then I'm gonna
Maybe it's
Pull back
because you're
about
just not
10 feet.
trying hard enough.
pull back about 20 feet. I'm assuming these chairs will inhibit movement somewhat, yes?
Not in this particular case, no.
They're all,
Okay, cool,
they're all
then I can-
broken and rubbled.
Get to about here and I'll be probably fine. If he hits that guy right here with the grenade, it won't hit me.
How does
Right.
variance
And that is
work?
my cue.
For explosives, it doesn't.
For like throwing a weapon, like
Throwing items, changed because of the difference from the original and Dan's version of the last rules.
Mm-hmm.
Instead, select a single area you can see, make the appropriate skill test to attack with a basic difficulty of 2.
I mean,
If you
like what?
succeed, every creature in that zone. If you fail, you roll half the weapon's combat
Yeah.
dice.
Well, no, I mean like what are the like rules on like variance on like throwing a weapon, or does it just always go true to where you're trying to throw it to? Like, I'm
It
assuming.
goes to where you're trying to throw it to.
I'm assuming
The
there's a
skill
chance
check
like he
is-
hits the door frame or something.
That would be a complication.
Yes.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
if you rolls a 20, that might happen.
Okay.
Right.
But as it's currently written, if you miss with a blast weapon, it just does half damage.
He's aiming the grenade here. The way that this system works, variance is he didn't put the grenade here. Instead, it rolled over to here or
Mm-hmm.
into this room, maybe.
I'm
So
actually more aiming to hit this guy in the chest with it.
either way, I'm just using it as an example. Point being, it rolls further away, so it will do less damage
Okay.
to whatever it was you were aiming at.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if he rolls like a nat 20 and can't get rid of it, then yes, I might say something like the grenade bounces back into the room, and now MPR 07 has to take the chance at the damage as well.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
No,
But yeah,
that
there's
was
no, like-
that was my concern. I don't have explosives.
That
so.
would be the collateral damage or misplaced throw complications.
Yes.
It would also be
There's
the
also-
scatter dice and templates from the older edition of 40K.
Oh, it gets better. What if I threw one and it turns out to be a dud?
Oh.
Or even worse, if I try to throw it and it slips out my hand and down falls to my feet.
I'm
Or
kicking,
you
I'm
mistime
kicking
the,
you on top of
charge.
it and running away.
Uh-huh. Alright, anyway, here we go.
All right.
I have
Moment.
no action points. I only have 1 luck point.
Oh my god.
Oh!
Yeah, that's 1 success.
That is 1 success. You need
Is
2,
that
so you
one or-
only do
is that
half
one or
damage.
2?
2. Fixed 2 for throwing grenades.
Well,
Okay,
No, I mean,
I
I
am
mean
using-
It's not a tag skill.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not one of my tags.
That,
I am
that's
going
what my
to-
question was related to.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Yes.
I am using my last luck point here, guys. Rerolling that 13.
Okay.
Do not roll a 20.
Hey.
Okay, there we go.
All right.
Please, is that a critical success?
No.
Yeah. No. No.
That's-
No. It's
that's-
a tag skill. It's a
That's what
critical.
I
Not
was
your
asking
tag
about with the 2.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, never mind.
A
But
1
no,
would be a
that's
critical
double.
success, but that's 2 successes, so it's just your normal combat damage.
So
or-
yeah,
A frag grenade.
it hit the guy right in the chest, landed right in front of him. So, boop,
Yeah, it just hits these 4.
Yep.
4 damage.
Ugh.
All right.
16 total, that's pretty good.
hmm
Unfortunate 3-0 damage rolls.
Yeah, I know, but this is the first success I've had in 2 rounds. I'll take it.
If you had any more luck points, you might be able to reroll some of your damage.
I'm out of luck points. I only
Yeah,
had 4.
you just used the last one.
Mm.
But you know what? That's okay because they're damaged now.
Yes, they very much so are.
And one of the wonderful things about explosives is they
You actually
hit
killed one.
everything.
Yeah, so
Okay,
everything within.
there is no arms or legs or body. It's all.
Yes.
I can't
Mhm.
wait until they come into the room, and then I shoot, and then I have burst, and then I have kung fu, and then I have no ammo.
Oh, wait.
And I'm hitting them in melee, and there's just like me dancing through your bullets with like unerring grace, but also I'm a robot.
And Thomas goes, "Why do I hear ballet music?"
You do hear ballet music. It's in the form of gunfire. Bang, bang, bang!
No, it's the 1812 overture.
Bang, 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 bang!
It's the 1812 overture with the cannon.
Yes!
Alrighty. So this time, MPR, you do have all 4 ghouls on you. For this particular turn, though, I am going to be rolling them individually. So chances of you taking damage are very slim at this point.
Right. My understanding of it is that if I just sit there surrounded by them, they have more time to really close in and
Right.
yank at something that does not need to be yanked at.
Oopsie. Get rid of that.
Or like gum up my gears with their like bones. I don't know.
All right. Nope, none of them are able to get through your armor, although all 4 of them do actually connect. Although, actually, which one is it? This one here. I'm going to go ahead and give him a... Oopsie. No, not that. Here we go. That's what I wanted. This ghoul here, he goes for a swing, or actually more of a jab almost, but you hear the unmistakable sound of bone breaking on metal. As his attack, it connected, but it didn't go quite as well as he had hoped. And he actually kind of pulls his arm back and just hanging there limp now.
You heard a very sharp.
It went as we expect, not how he expected.
Yes. All right, so that is it for the ghouls. They kind of wailed on you, but none of them were able to do any real damage to you this turn. Next time, it's mob rules.
Oh, yeah, that's... So I'm gonna fire with my 9.
All right. And in this particular case, I would say that, yeah, basically you can hit all of them with spread alone.
So... 2
Unless you
successes.
aim specifically at this guy.
And... So that is 1 bullet. Roll for damage. Fire rate 4. Plus commando. We are going to use concentrated fire to reroll 3 of those.
All right, so that is 6 damage total.
Well, hold up. 6 damage to...
2 burst.
Well, hold up. 6 damage to him.
Okay, to this guy here. Okay.
And 6 damage to these 2.
Hold on one second. To these 2 here. Okay.
And then we pop...
Actually,
Hold
yeah,
up,
that would be.
Hold up. Then we pop... 1 AP and an ammo. Which is my floating AP from the shot. So that would have brought me to 9. So this brings me to 8 ammo left.
Okay.
And 6 damage to this guy.
Where's that guy at? Okay, that was one of the healthy ones. Okay. Roll for location on that last one.
15.
15. Left leg. Okay, so he's kneecapped as well. Good to know. All right, is that it for you?
Yep.
Alrighty. Thomas, there's still 2 ghouls for you to take care of.
Yeah,
Here's
I
what's
noticed
playing in the
that.
background while I'm
There's also no longer horde.
I noticed that. I'm gonna scooch here for a clear shot at this one right here, and I'm gonna go back to my energy weapon.
All right. Come on, succeed. I'm rooting for you.
Oh my
Oh
god!
God!
20? What the fuck?
Jacob, stop playing D&D. Come back to Fallout.
I'm not doing this. Oh, it's the
Oh my
throne.
God!
It is the random number generator.
You
I'm
know,
imagining the
you know what? Just because I'm
1812
feeling
overture
bad about this,
happening
reroll
during
one of those.
silence attack, and then during your attack, it's just like a tuba.
I, the GM, am giving you a free reroll because you just had shit for luck today.
Yay!
Yay! It's a hit!
Okay.
Yay!
That's one success. That's what you needed.
Oh,
Oh my God.
These statistical anomalies on either
Okay.
end for us this session has been.
roll 20.
Yeah.
Roll 20. Roll 20. Wait,
Don't.
what does fire rate 1 do again?
means you can spend an extra ammo to
no,
roll
that's
an
if it's
additional-
fire
No,
rate
that's if it's
2
fire
or
rate
more.
2 or higher.
Yeah, 1 means you're spending 1 bullet.
No, fire rate 0 means
Oh,
you
yeah,
can't
fire
spend
rate
any
0.
extra.
Oh,
you
I'm
can't
sorry.
spend
Yes,
any.
you're right. You're right.
No,
I'm
you're
sorry.
alright.
So yes, you can spend 1 bullet, get 1 more damage.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
That is right, because with fire rate 4, I can spend 4 additional ammo.
All right, 3 damage to him.
Ba-da-ba-da-da-da-da-da.
All right. He is still alive, but he is very unhappy with how his life is going right now. All right, will that be it for you, Thomas?
That's it from me.
All right. Oh, man.
Poor
All right,
Jacob.
so these two was the one he shot also the one that got it kneecapped, or was it the other
No,
one?
he shot the other one. This one here is fine
Yeah.
and healthy. This one is the one that was kneecapped.
Right, and so the one that took the damage from Jacob's attack was the kneecapped one, or
No,
okay,
the-
it was
This
It
one
was-
here is the one that Jacob shot.
The one in the back.
okay. I'm gonna step forward, just stomping the corpse into a paste on the floor as I go, and punch the guy that got zippity zapped by the plasma weapon, because he seems like the one who has the most fight left in him.
All right.
Having additional dice because again the odds are
Oh my
rather
gosh.
terrible in my case.
Wow.
The chance
Oh,
of getting
wow.
0 successes on a 10 target is actually pretty low. It's not as low as it should be. It's a 1 in 8, but that's still like with the tag scale, it's closer to like 1 in 14, 15, somewhere in there. Still not great, but hey, I do have more action points, so I'm just gonna punch him again.
This time with success.
Roll 20.
Nope.
What
Oh
the
my
fuck?
gosh. What the heck? Alrighty. I'm assuming that's it for you, NPR.
Yep. I think I squished the body too much. I slipped and missed. I tripped over his now inanimate shin bone or something.
Oh. Alrighty. Well, I'm just going to go ahead and call it there for both of these ghouls, though, because really they're both not smart enough to not attack the giant robot in front of them.
And they don't have the numbers for that to matter.
And they just don't have the numbers to really do any real damage to you. Although, hang on just one second. I'm just going to do one thing here. Nope, not enough. Okay.
We just
Just to see if like they've got a lucky hit or something like that. So.
And then the next round, 3 successes.
Yes, of course.
I'll take those action points back. Yeah, no, add that he'd just be stun locked forever.
Yeah.
Pretty much. All right.
Wow, we seem to have survived this quite well in spite of Roll20.
Yeah.
It definitely gave you guys a bit of a run for the money there for a minute or two.
What do you
all
mean?
right. There was a moment there where it looked like things were going to go poorly.
Roll20 did,
With all
rather.
the sudden failures and everything. But, all right. You guys have successfully cleared out all the ghouls from what was formerly one of your barracks. You guys are indeed aware that your orders... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
You missed one.
Nope, I did not. Don't know what you're talking about. You guys do know what your orders are, is to find a closet, actually that would have normally been a janitor's closet. Description, you guys would be familiar enough, would indicate the janitor closet you guys know of. This room down here.
Did this school just not feel like participating?
He saw the future and decided he was going to stay out of it.
Let me put it this way. I first wanted to find out what all you guys were going to do here, and then figure out what happens with that ghoul.
Okay.
So you guys do have a minute to yourselves,
This-
at the very least.
This would be the armory, yeah?
Where the ghoul is?
Yeah.
You guys would be familiar enough to remember where the armory is, and yes.
I was gonna say, I was
if-
here like 3 days ago, 200 years ago.
Yes. If you guys are kind of just doing a little bit of exploring real quickly, yeah, you do hear the sounds of a ghoul. Not
Effectively,
quite
I think we just wanna
growling, but something
clear the
close
area.
to it. But it's muffled. And eventually, as you follow these sounds, you realize the ghoul seems to be trapped in your old armory,
Okay.
with the door closed and actually locked.
What kind of lock, I wonder?
Better question, what kind of door?
This is a reinforced door. This is not something that can easily, at the very least, be broken down.
Dang, there goes my idea for lockpicking.
Can I try to pick the lock?
Absolutely. Although, again, this is the armory. The difficulty is 3 here.
Is there a terminal nearby?
Yeah,
Not-
that's another question.
Not
Is there any sort of-
unfortunately for this particular armory. No.
I think both of us are pretty good science, and I got hacking, so.
All right.
Yes.
Well.
Axel, you're up.
All right. So, what do
I'm
I
just
roll-
gonna
what do I
cover
roll for
him.
this?
And before he rolls, I want to position next to the door, and if the ghoul that we can clearly hear pops out after he picks the lock, I want to punch it.
All
It would
right.
be a lockpick roll.
Yes.
Okay.
This is a difficulty 3. This is the armory, so they don't want people just being able to get in here easily.
All right. Well, I'll spend an action point to add 1 extra dice, and I'll use a bobby pin to make it a difficulty 2, because bobby pins are apparently all you need to make picking a secure military door easier.
Bobby pin and a screwdriver, yeah.
And
Be a pretty narrow
I'll get that action point
well,
back.
wait, look at that. Yeah.
It is a tag skill for me.
Nice.
All right, your readied action will go ahead and procs. The ghoul was actually pushing on the door, but the door opens inwardly.
Yeah, no,
Um,
he's just adding tension. Make picking it easier.
As such, it is unable to try to jump Axel as he's picking the door. And NPR, you have an easy time dispatching of this ghoul, basically.
Nah, Axel wouldn't have been worried. Axel remembers that the door pushes in.
Middle fist into chest. Release electrical current. Win.
Pretty much.
Oh my
yes.
goodness, he's flatlined.
not exactly a difficult encounter, especially for NPR.
I don't think the ghoul literally could have hurt him.
Probably. Well, I mean, it could have gotten really, really lucky. But again, NPR would have actually gained the initiative, almost, if you will,
Mm-hmm.
because of the way.
Just
that the
imagine
doors
that, like, somebody
operate.
holding somebody's face while they flail wildly.
Yes.
They can't make any progress. That's effectively what the combat is like, symbolically speaking.
And the
Kind of,
the
yes.
hand holding the face just happens to be electrified.
Yes.
Yes. All right, so we do have an armory. That's fun. That's full of goodies,
Is it?
presumably.
Well,
There's
I
a
mean,
chance
the-
it's
I mean,
full of
The
goodies.
door was still locked.
Yes. And much as I did just say that there might be scavengers, if the door was still locked, then that means that either there were no scavengers or there was a scavenger who, for some reason, decided to come into the armory, raid it, and then lock a ghoul inside.
Well, I mean, what else are you
Which-
gonna do with a ghoul?
Kill it.
I mean, what else are you going to do with a problem like Maria? But hey,
Actually, let me see here. Okay, we have that. We got that.
So, yeah,
Okay, so if you guys are going to go looking for
I'd
weapons and
expect it
whatnot,
far more
sorry.
likely that
I was gonna
some
say,
of the stuff has degraded over time.
I think the
Well-
I think the first thing we do would be before we go to the.
Sorry, I was waiting to find out what you guys were going to plan on doing. If you're looking for weapons, you're going to have to do a
I think
scavenging check.
before we go to the janitor's closet, I think our first thing would be just to scavenge through the building and loot whatever we can from the barracks.
Oh, yeah.
All right, sounds like a plan to me. The building is now vacant, but it is a larger building. I am going to say that this is going to be a difficulty 2 scavenging check. So survival and perception.
Survival perception. No, fuck it. I'm gonna burn 3 action points and roll 4 dice.
All
Same.
right. And poor Thomas.
And because I have them, I'm gonna burn a luck point and re-roll that 17.
NPR, was that actually your roll?
Yes. Although
Um,
I think I re-rolled the 16 as well.
Okay. Yep. Okay. There you go.
Screw you guys, I still did it.
Hey! Yay!
Nice. So
And I got
oh, geez,
a
okay.
2, so I got 2 successes.
2 successes for NPR, 2 successes for Thomas, and 4 successes for Axel.
Nice. Okay. So now I have the fun part of going through all the list and getting stuff for you guys.
You can do theirs first. I'm gonna run to the bathroom really quickly.
There
while you
happen to
figure
be
out
any,
their
you
stuff.
know, robotic mods that happen to be in the armory.
Now we do have an armory, so we are going to get. There's going to be
No,
some
second.
kind of ammo and stuff. So I'm going to use a luck point
Rations.
and look for non-irradiated food.
Okay.
Again, this is dependent on the DM. I would like to spend a luck point to see if I can find some sort of mod that I might be able to install in myself that would be useful. Maybe an upgrade for my recon sensors to let me sense radiation, or
Okay.
like infrared vision.
Okay, that mod is going to okay. Unfortunately, they don't have the mods in the normal salvaging areas. However, spending a luck point here in a military facility with an actual armory, yes, I will not deny that to you.
Yay.
However, I've got to find the mods.
That's
so
the sensor array.
that's the one you're
I
hoping
think
for.
was well. Let me look. Actually, it was the one that was mentioned. But now that I think about it, there might be different robot modules. I have a diagnosis mod built in. An integral boiler mod would be funny.
Yeah. Here we are. Robots.
Radiation coils would be hilarious.
Yeah, I believe the one you were talking about is the sensor array.
And I have recon sensors. A regen field would be thematic, but not particularly useful, I don't think. Resistance field would be great, but that might be too high level because it's rarity 4, and that, or the regen field would be. Radiation coil is only rarity 3, so is the sensor array. Stealth
Hell
field
is
would
the
be
robot mods at?
page 185.
Thank you. I'm having trouble finding them for some reason.
If we're gonna put like a cap of the rarest ones, because obviously, you know, probably not gonna have Tesla coils.
Or a regeneration field.
Okay.
But yeah, radiation coils or sensor array would both be very good. A stealth field would be interesting, and a regen field was way out of range for this. I think that's not something that they just have lying around. That's like a specially made thing.
The integral boiler mod is actually very funny. It's a built-in water purifier.
I also feel like I have an idea for a use for it that would definitely not be covered by the base rules, and that use is
Boiling water
integrate
ejection.
boiler into arm, eject steam at enemy.
Reroute the steam to your hand so you can eject the burning steam when you grab them to electrocute them, and build just a little boiling water gun in your chest.
That could work with a little bit of repair. E and I could work on it later while we're resting up.
But yeah, my hope would be either a sensor array or radiation coils, because I only like part of the downside, if you have it, of this character's pre-built nature is that I can't remove the recon or diagnostic mods.
Mm-hmm.
I only have one mod slot. Granted, the two built-in ones are pretty great, but I lose some custability over like a Mr. Handy.
Yeah. But that was
Unless
kind
we
of the point of
went
your
through
particular
something that was-
robot too.
Yeah.
I'm
Unless we
going
went
to
through the bother of uninstalling it, but that would probably require pretty high installation skill not to mess me up by doing that.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and let you have the sensor array
Yeah.
because that is actually surprisingly on odds and oddities.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, a little surprised there.
I can reroll 1d20 in all perception tests, and I can make perception tests to detect things which cannot normally be detected by the naked eye, such as radiation, camouflage enemies, infrared, etc.
All right, so we'll go ahead and keep going with NPR for the moment. NPR, you do find, let me see here. Okay. Oh, wow. Wait a second here. That is 160 5mm ammunition.
Hold on.
Which type of ammo?
5mm.
Ha.
That does make some sense.
Let's see
Hold
here.
on.
The next. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
This is
I'm sorry, I'm ready.
that's a very interesting caliber.
Come on. There we go. Okay, and you said it was 150?
150. 60. Sorry, 160.
All right. So that actually does make sense for a military base, because that's the light machine gun / machine gun emplacement ammo.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Alright.
It's an interesting caliber for us to find.
Yes. You do find 23. Am I doing that correctly here? 23 10mm.
Okay, I'm just gonna
Redirect that to.
hold on. I'm just gonna put Magnum ammo in because I'm assuming most of the stuff.
No.
Okay. So it would be
How much 10 mil?
23.
Can I just add that to mine, Taylor?
Yeah, sure, go for it.
Yay, I have ammo. Until the next combat encounter.
It's the thing, you have a very high lethality build, but you do absolutely chew through resources.
Oh, yeah, no, it's a very resource-intensive build if I'm fully putting out my damage output.
All right. You also find 1 fusion core.
Am I currently carrying? I don't know. So I'll just drag and drop.
All right. You find 1 light left arm combat armor.
Hold on. Combat armor.
Yes.
Actually,
you find a left arm and left leg.
Okay, so hold on. Armor and armor mods. Combat armor.
It would just be standard combat armor, basically. Yeah.
Okay, so it would just be combat leg.
Combat leg, left leg, and combat left arm. Yes.
I don't think that the legs. I mean, the
legs
I guess,
and arms don't really have like left and right variants.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
Yeah, they don't have designations within the armor themselves. It's just where you put them.
Okay. Yep, I see that. My apologies.
And then combat arm. Sorry, it took me a minute because I'm using the compendium for drops, but combat armor for your leg is called combat leg, whereas combat armor is a mod.
Gotcha. Okay.
So that threw me off for a minute. Okay, so I've got a combat leg and a combat arm.
Okay.
Or your military grade stuff.
Let me see here. You also get, all right, interesting, a heavy coat, a formal hat.
Hold on a second.
I'm now imagining an Assaultron wearing a heavy coat, and it's hilarious to me.
I just want
Cool.
I just
to
want
Assaultron
everyone to
walking
know.
around with a duster on.
Yeah.
with a duster and a fedora.
Yes.
Yeah, with that, I'm gonna go take my plate to the sink real quick. I'll be right back, guys.
No worries. There's going to be a little bit of time. Sorry.
It's all good.
Nope, that's what happens when we scavenge big
military
building.
base.
Yes.
And I actually might want to change what I'm finding with my luck point.
Okay.
We'll get to that when we're up to what I find.
All right.
You can tell me if it would be viable or not, or if just stick with food that's not irradiated.
Do you have everything, Taylor?
So far, I think. Yeah, I've got the formal hat and the heavy coat.
Gas mask as well.
Interesting.
Makes sense.
It makes sense, but also I don't need to breathe.
Yeah.
Also, I'm wondering, there are actual, like, effects from the clothes, but I'm not sure whether I can get those properly as a robot. I'll have to double check.
Yeah.
If not,
It
they'll look
depends
cool.
on the effects. There are certain cases where I'll say, I don't see why not. And there are other cases where I'll be like, yeah, I see why that's a rule that they can't. All right.
Well, it could be reinforced with ballistic weave, but currently the heavy coat helps with endurance tests to withstand harsh environments, which I don't think I actually have any issue with.
Yeah, you're not exactly going to be in major trouble for like radiation or something like that.
Because he's immune to
alright.
radiation.
You find potato crisps,
All right.
Salisbury steak, and noodle cup. Then you also find, once you're ready, let me know.
Hold on. Would these be irradiated or non-irradiated?
The Salisbury steak, I think the noodle cup is normally not irradiated, actually. But the Salisbury steak is
noodle
not
cup is-
irradiated either.
Yeah, okay. So I'll put clean Salisbury.
Yes.
The potato chips are probably in a vending machine or something and totally got radiated.
Oh, yeah.
The Salisbury steak is like a ration.
Yeah.
That's my headcanon right now, and I'm glad you agree because it makes everything easier when things are actually, like, imagine the way the DM intends.
Yes. All right. Next up, we have, okay. Oh, all right, fine, whatever. 2 Nuka-Colas and a dirty water.
Okay.
And then
Here's
we
where
have...
that mod would have come in handy, huh?
Yeah. Then we have... all right, that sounds good to me. 2 normal stim packs and antibiotics. Not quite certain what that's for, but, whatever.
For treating infections.
All right, let's see here. As far as these go, I'm swapping locations now. We are going to be doing...
I'm building up a nice little stash of medicine to use on people.
All right, this is a bit of a weird one. You wouldn't normally see this in a military base, but you find a recharger rifle, which is in our extended energy weapons list.
All right. Give me a second. And quantity 1, and I'll get the other stats for it later.
Yep. And a laser gun.
I have 2 of those now.
You might be able to replace my. Well, I think the other one you have isn't mine, is it?
No.
Okay.
I had one, and then you had one that had, like, the long-range mods on it.
Yeah, that's currently broken that I still need to replace. 'Cause I don't have any medium-range guns.
All right, and you also find a M1 Garand.
Oh,
Nice.
like that gun.
All right.
And that was also in the custom ones?
Yes.
Solid rifle. Got a good pick to it. I've only fired one once, though, because they are kind of, a collector's item for most people.
I own one. Want to go shoot?
I would love to. But I feel like the travel might be a bit expensive.
Yeah. We'd have to figure that out, wouldn't we? All right. Next up, we have the Ripper. Wow, really? A Ripper? Oh, shit. I didn't even realize. Ripper. Yeah, okay, cool. Hey, you get a Ripper.
I get a Ripper. Yay. Because everyone knows that what the melee buzzer bot needs is a militarized chainsaw.
Yeah.
We are just going to turn you into a Space Marine.
A lead pipe and a tire iron.
Hold on, actually, I might already have a tire iron. Yes, I do. So I actually have 2 tire irons, so I get a 3rd one. No, wait, I had that backwards. I get a 7th one. The weight is 2. Okay, so lead pipe. Boop.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Moving along. When you're ready, let me know.
All right, I got those.
Okay. 2 frag grenades. And let me see here. So that is what is that? That is okay. Kind of bad rolls here. Sorry about this. 8 bottle caps and 8 pre-war money.
Oh no. With all of these cool things, I am suddenly disappointed with having not enough money. Oh, woe is me. I'm gonna get the... Honestly, for me, it's weirder to find 2 frag grenades because my dad was an engineer and worked in the armory in the military, and they just have boxes of those things, like crates.
I didn't want to give you guys too many grenades.
Yeah, it's
So I kind of
probably
cut
like
that down
two
a
that
little bit.
I use my new recon sensor array after I've installed it, and I scan all the grenades and figure out which ones work.
Alrighty. Jacob, are you back?
Yep.
Okay. So for you, let's see here. You find okay, that is 12? 13. 30 odd 6 ammunition.
Okay. Nice.
30. What?
306.
306. Okay.
40 millimeter ammo. These are both in extended ammo rules.
Mm-hmm.
540 millimeter.
And wasn't there something else you wanted to spend luck? No, you don't have any luck points. So
I have nothing to spend on.
Right,
I'm just hoping to get lucky to find something decent.
Okay. You do find okay. A heavy combat armor right arm, or sorry, arm.
Heavy combat arm?
Heavy combat armor arm.
And that's right arm, huh?
It doesn't really matter. It's just arm. I did that last time. I keep thinking I need to add that in, but no.
Heavy combat armor arm. Got it.
Yes. You then also find a metal armor chest plate. Or chest.
Nice.
Let's see here. What are we looking at here? Trying to find. Oh, okay. Bit of a weird one. Oh, right. Those guys. Engineer's armor.
That sounds up your alley.
Interesting.
Dove, what does the engineer's armor do?
I'd have to look that up.
Don't worry about it then. Keep focused.
Casual clothing.
Already got that, I think. Clothing.
And oh, okay. Wait, no, I'm looking at the wrong thing here. Cage armor. Bit of a weird one there, but okay.
That's getting scrapped.
Yeah, engineer's armor is just covers arms like looks like it's a full outfit that's just one physical, one energy, DR.
I'm saying you can add those to other pieces of armor, though. It's one mechanic I didn't like in the video games.
There it is.
All right. Let me know when you're ready.
Go ahead.
Okay. You find cram.
Yay,
Blam.
cram.
That is not irradiated. Blamco brand mac and cheese. Wow, that's a mouthful.
Blamco Mac.
Yep. And food paste.
Ugh.
It's actually pretty good, at least by the rules in this game. I mean, okay, fine, whatever. 2 beers and a purified water. You find, let me see here, a Radaway, a Buff Out,
Hold on.
and Radex.
Got him.
Okay. Let's see here. You find a... Taking a look around here. What do I got? All right. Whatever. You find a second plasma gun.
Any mods to this one?
No, not in this case. Although, you know what? Actually, I'm going to go ahead and swap that plasma gun. Hang on a second here. Now I've got to look this up real quickly. Where the hell did all those go? Here we are. Shit. Doot. Oh, fuck. Of course. All right. I'll have to get back to you on the mods. I'm having a little trouble getting through that right now. Sorry. So remove the plasma gun. I'll get you a mod a little bit later. Moving along, you find... Oh, hey, okay. An automatic rifle, which is in the extended small guns list. And let me see here. Oh, I lost my place. Darn it. Yeah. Okay, so that's it for there. Doot. And let's see here. A sword and a pipe wrench.
Okay.
All right. Wait. No, that's not a... Oh, shit. Okay. A plasma grenade. And rolling this here real quickly. Okay. And... Okay, that is roughly speaking 42? Wow. It's not too bad. 42 bottle caps.
Okay.
And I believe that is it for you. Like I said, I'll have to get back to you on the mod that
I was
you
about
find.
to say, if you were trying to find mods for the plasma guns, energy weapon mods are page 104.
Give me a second then. 104. Oh, too far. Okay, here we are. All right. Unique gun, no energy weapon mods. Okay, so that's kind of why.
Also,
Alrighty. You know what? I'm going to say you find yourself a... Wait, where'd that go?
let's see here. And it's going to be capacitors, like the photon exciter, beta wave tuner, and whatnot.
You find yourself a boosted capacitor.
Okay.
Okay. Which increases damage but decreases rate of fire.
That is fine.
Bit of a hunt and peck there, sorry. All right. And I believe that is going to be pretty much it for you.
Got giving me plenty to fill in here. So,
All right. So
Remember,
next
you
up,
can drag and drop stuff from the compendium.
yeah.
I know.
Next up, Silent. What was the thing you wanted to spend your luck point on? And we will be calling it quits after this, just to let you all know.
No, makes sense. I was hoping to find a in the armory a minigun that we could give to Thomas to fit to our truck to make it a technical.
Minigun is a big thing.
Big gun, rarity too.
Yes.
Silent, you have
You
made
want-
me a happy
okay.
boy.
All right. All right. How many luck points do you have?
I spent my last luck point, I believe, to do that.
Okay, so you just have the one luck point. I would normally say something that big is a 2 luck pointer.
It's
the
only
problem
rarity
there.
2.
However, being that with how many successes you had, I was going to give you a big gun anyways. I'll take the luck point and give you the minigun in place of the other big gun you would have gotten.
To be fair, the minigun is the least rare big gun. So if you're gonna give me another big gun, I mean, what were you gonna give me? Like a Gatling laser?
That was going to be a bit more of a random thing, but yes, there is the possibility of something even better.
Well, I feel like if he's spending a luck point, you roll. If it was worse, he gets that. If it's better, then he gets the better thing. That's just.
I feel like
don't know.
I feel like I'm using my luck point to downgrade my loot.
He's got a point there, dude.
All right. I mean, if okay, well, I mean, like I said, I was planning on giving you a random weapon anyways. So if you want to keep your luck point, we'll just give you a random big gun. But you won't get but that means you might not get the minigun, is what I'm saying.
But it means I might get a Fat Man.
Do you have ammo for the Fat Man though?
Not now, but we might.
We have.
That's my only comment there is that with the luck point you can get the minigun, and you have ammo for a minigun right now. That's my argument there. Is that you're spending the luck point basically to guarantee you get something that you can actually use immediately.
That would be the better caveat there is it's either a random big gun that may or may not fit to make the Carla technical, or you guarantee the minigun as the lowest common denominator to get out of the randomness to make sure we have something to put on Carla's back. And really truly give her junk in the trunk.
Yeah. Beautiful junk in the trunk too.
Okay, so
Yeah,
that's right. Grand's take a 30-06.
I'll use the luck point to guarantee the
Minigun?
minigun. Yeah.
Alright, grab yourself a minigun.
Woo!
Alright, let me.
Oh, I know exactly where I'd like to put that one.
I'm. Any mods on it?
Wow, wow.
No, not in this particular case. Nice try.
We did find a grand. Do we find any 30-06 ammo?
Yes.
Yes, I did find some.
But he also has another gun that can use it, the automatic rifle.
Yeah.
Yes. Those are both medium range, so I figured, Silent was saying he doesn't have a medium range weapon, so.
It's a good point.
They're both actually very good guns too. So.
And I would honestly probably hand the grand off to one of you anyway, because my combined skill and stat means that my target number is 4. Actually, ironically, the other melee weapons have a target number of 6 because they're not unarmed.
Well,
Trying to find the 40-06 in the extended ammo, actually, and I'm not finding it.
It's 30-06, not
30-06.
40-06.
30-06.
30.
30. I kept hearing
Yes.
40.
No, an M1 takes a 30-06.
Alright, minigun.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Quick thing for you, Jacob.
Yeah.
I forgot. 3 fusion cores.
Thank you.
Okay. Next up, Silent. Sorry, Axel. Okay. 12 plasma cartridges. 11 10mm rounds.
Hold up.
Oh, sorry.
How many plasma cartridges?
What was that? 12? 12.
I was gonna
Believe
say
it's
I don't know. Something rounds.
I'm sorry. 11 10mm rounds.
Okay, that brings me to 66 10mm.
And 2 missiles.
Two missiles.
All right, let's see here. You find combat armor leg and combat armor arm, one of each.
So we've got a full set of combat
So
armor
that's
limbs.
Combat arm, combat leg.
Yes.
Yes.
Combat arm. Combat leg. Okay.
You find tough clothing, formal clothing,
Tough clothing. Formal thing.
I might want that formal clothing because it would actually help me out more. I'd be the most dapper, blood-stained robot in the wasteland.
and a welder's visor.
Welder's visor.
Let's see here. You find... Okay, 2 carrots, non-irradiated.
Some preserved carrots, jeez.
A little surprising
Like-
there, but hey, whatever.
Freaking mummified carrots.
Lean carrots. Irradiated 0. Quantity 2.
You
Alright.
find Instamash and another Salisbury steak, both non-irradiated.
Let me double check something. Both of them non-irradiated.
Both of them non-irradiated.
One of each.
One of each, yes.
Lean Instamash. Irradiated to 0. Salisbury steak. Lean 0. Okay.
You find, okay, a Nuka-Cola Quantum,
That's nice.
purified
being-
water. Oops, sorry.
Yeah, chance of being irradiated, but that gives you a lot of AP.
Yeah.
Yeah, plus 5 AP. How much purified water?
1 purified water. And 1 Brahmin milk.
Just a real quick aside, Dan. Rechargers just take fusion cells, right?
No, they don't take any ammo.
Oh, that's right. Because you
Yes.
hand crank them.
Basically, yes. They're ridiculously weak, but they require no ammo.
1 Brahmin milk?
1 Brahmin milk, yes.
Okay.
All right, next up. Okay. A super stim pack.
Super stim pack.
Less exciting. Dirty water.
Dirty water.
But it's followed up by jet and overdrive.
I will say after we're done, we'd probably want to shuffle stuff around even if you gotta go, Dan.
I could stay on for a little bit longer, honestly, but we will end the official game at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Overdrive. Okay.
All right, let's see here. Next up, we have. All right. Oh, okay. R75 assault rifle with 308 barrel receiver. It's a extended guns list.
Okay, it's a R75 assault rifle. And you said 308?
308, yes.
All right.
You also find a. Hang on a second here. Let's try and find out what this is. Oh, okay. A double-barreled shotgun.
Double barrel shotgun.
You find a Oh, that's right. We only have these. A laser musket. Bit odd being in this place, but you know what? It's also okay. It's a cool weapon.
Use a musket.
And a plasma pistol. We already gave you that.
Is that an extended gun?
Plasma pistol? Or plasma gun. Sorry, plasma gun. My apologies. It just starts as a pistol.
Okay. Plasma gun.
Hey, I like these. Shish kebab.
Huh.
Melee weapon. And a baton. Oop, sorry. Not quite ready. My apologies.
Baton. Okay.
I'm not giving you that. It was a rolling pin, but that's just stupid. We'll go with knuckles.
Those I might actually be able to use. Probably
Uh,
still not as good as my hand.
All right. Doot. Checking here.
It's your non-lethal option.
Technically, so is the defibrillator. Kind of.
That
You get 3 frag grenades.
We're in danger.
Yeah, like I said, gear shuffling. I'm almost at capacity weight-wise, by the way.
Don't forget, you guys do have a car.
It's okay.
Oh, wow, that's
I am currently far over my weight capacity at the moment.
We're gonna have to figure shit out.
Yeah.
Oh, I rolled that wrong.
Mostly because
That's
I got a
okay.
minigun.
All right.
Yeah, that might have to stay until we can pull the car up.
We
A
are
bit-
not going to be able to do that.
We would just go back to the car at that point, I think.
A bit shit, but you get 3 bottle caps, but you do
Really?
also get 13 bobby pins.
3 caps.
Just put the minigun down until we finish searching that other important room, and then carry it out to the car.
3 caps and how many more bobby pins?
What the heck did I say? I think I said 13.
I believe you did, yes.
I have 29 bobby pins on top of my lockpick set. We will probably never run through all of my lockpicking materials.
Until I start throwing more locked things in your guys' way.
I have 29 bobby pins that do not break or get expended unless I roll a complication in a lockpick set that requires 3 complications to break.
All right. I believe that is everything. Oh, I'm sorry. 2 fusion cores.
2 more fusion cores. Okay.
And that will be it for the main game itself. Next up will come some shuffling around, but that's for us to deal with and not to bore you guys with any longer.